streaming, by the way, so don't give out your full address. Because
Benjamin.
literally
Can I?
Savannah?
Don't give out my address, but can I give out yours?
This is being recorded.
Can I dox?
Can I dox Ben?
No, please don't.
Sorry,
I don't.
Sorry.
Do not say
Jeremy?
my fucking address.
He lives in a bowl of pasta.
You can dox Jeremy. You cannot dox me.
So my coworker the other day, he was like, "Oh, he was looking at my."
Let your coworkers know we're starting soon.
Oh, he was like, "Oh, are you guys doing?" He had me on Steam. He's like, "Do you know someone named Jeremy?" I was like, "No." And then he showed me. I was like, "Oh, that's Ben. Why is you named Jeremy?" You need to tell me when I have to log off of my supermarket store.
Oh, the supermarket simulator? Yeah.
Great game.
Changing everyone's nicknames in the server.
How do I change my picture?
On what?
Like, you know how you can change your picture to your character name?
While you're in this, you get at the very bottom, it should say as, and you should, yeah, there you go. Jack figured it out.
Just like that.
There.
I mean, I already knew. I just didn't do it.
It's because there was two. One of them just says Faith, and the other one says Faith Fizzlebottom Flint Braids.
Yeah. You have to pick the full name one.
I really hurt myself in my door frame.
Proud of you.
I'm not happy about that. Wait, what is this? Okay, delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. Delete. Yes.
Now delete me.
This one.
Permanently.
Facts.
Alright, where the hell did Will go?
Reach into my lungs.
Also, don't watch my stream if you're playing. Spoilers.
I'm watching. Too bad. Nope.
I'm gonna ban you.
Go ahead. You know what I'm just gonna do? Stay banned.
All my players are permanently banned from my stream. It's for good reason. Oh, there he is!
For decent reason, you know?
Just for reference, I am streaming, and it is being recorded, so don't dox yourself.
Guys, I live in a spoon.
We can dox Ben, though.
Also,
he said so.
We can hear your, it's not a breathalyzer.
Nebulizer?
Yeah, we can
Nebulizer, that's the one.
Holding?
Yeah, we could definitely hear. We could definitely hear your breathalyzer. What's your
blood alcohol level
percentage came to?
My ABV?
Yeah.
2.2. I'm fucking heated.
Oh, this man's going to jail.
Wait, 2.2? Is it deadly 0.4?
No, deadly's like
0.8.
Hold on. Now
2.2 means that 220% of his blood is made up of alcohol.
Exactly.
And Will is the alcohol.
Okay, now my
he's ultra alcohol. I put another Waldo on the screen.
Stop.
I have so much alcohol you'll never be able to understand it.
I understand fully.
I actually just messaged my HR. I'm like, hey, so I'm missing some hours from my job. What's going on there,
Huh?
Anyways,
like,
gallery.
My mother was supposed to come downstairs to talk to me about something, and she did not come downstairs. So,
but did she still talk to you about it?
Oh.
All right. Sounds good. I guess we're gonna get started. We are set. Any last second questions?
That was huge text, by the way.
Hold up. Wait, wait.
I will fucking kick all of you out of this shit.
All right, we're good.
I didn't even do anything. That's crazy. I just got fucking sent to the shadow room for no reason.
Guilty by association.
Yeah.
I can't stop her fingers. It's not how this works.
I'm going to see her in a few days. I fucking will.
He's gonna absolutely take those fingers off. And
Ben's like,
I want a new necklace.
Less than 24 hours.
Ben's like, yo, take a fucking 1 hour drive up there and take her fingers.
Oh, I have work tomorrow though. thinking about
She's
it.
not going to like her next 10 Christmases. She'll get them
Kind
back.
of one per.
One per.
By what? Can you paint the nails different colors?
I'm not really good at painting nails, so.
They're just all
No
chartreuse.
one said you
Ugh.
had to.
No, I'm gonna at least put like a mauve on. Anyways.
And now she comes down. I must now go have a
Oh,
conversation. I will.
This
I
is
will.
such good
I
stuff.
will leave my headphones on so I will hear you
No,
talk.
I.
Never mind. We're good.
Okay.
I Will's mom.
What is
I
going
Will's
on?
mom. Okay, are we good to go?
Yes.
No, because I'm confused.
Too bad.
Fuck.
Okay, let's start with figuring out where we are. So let's zoom out. So let's rewind the clock 1500 years or so. We're going back to the beginning of history as this plane knows it. Before this time, there was a calamity that plagued the land. It erased all that came before, leaving humanity to rebuild from the ashes. We look upon the beautiful continent of Ilos. Say hi, Ilos.
Hi, Ilos.
He doesn't.
Milos, hello.
He's not very. He doesn't like being said hi to. He's very shy.
He has to talk back. Yeah, I noticed.
And we zoom
What a
in
useless
to
person.
to a small mountain range known as the Jecho Mountains. At the beginning of new history, tribes warred for the land and the resources, fighting amongst each other. However, over time, eventually the land began to fight back. Deities known as kami began to take retaliation upon humanity. And this is an event several hundred years into the history that we know it, known as the Kami Tide. With the revelation that trying to fight each other and nature itself sort of being a windless ship flight, so to speak, that made no sense. The clans
Okay.
decided to band together, unifying and creating what is now known as the Great City of Jecho. Eventually, trying to defend themselves further from the outside elements, they built the Great Wall. The wall that surrounds your city blocks out evildoers, evil spirits, and nature itself. And the city needed new combatants to fight back, to be adaptable, to be warriors. And that's where we zoom in further to the Jecho Adventuring Academy, where talented weavers of magic, wielders of weaponry, and clever commanders of the battlefield are recruited and trained to defend the city and lead dangerous expeditions all over the continent for the good of the city. After the town had unified, the kami had returned, still furious with humanity's encroach into their land and resources. But this time, the humans did actually stand a chance at fighting back. This is hundreds of years of fighting and warring between the kami and humanity, something known as the Kami Wars, very original name. The warring left the city on the brink of collapse, and finally, the war would come to an end with the slaying of Remgir, kami of Earth and Stone.
Ooh,
Very cool.
he looks nice.
Despite the relative safety of the city, many citizens of Jecho are concerned that the kami will return one day, having seen little over a century of relative peace from the outside world. The growing city still fears. Let's see. The wall was expanded, upgraded, made magical to defend against whatever may come in the future. And with the city expanding and the population rising ever more, people not exactly able to leave the safety of the walls without risking imminent death, the city continued to grow, not only upwards, creating houses on top of old construction and houses on top of those, but also downwards. City streets have been slowly rising as uh, basically parts of the city are buried deeper and deeper beneath the street level. The Undercity itself, a large network of caves that the mountains of Jecho are privy to, have also been continuously expanded, developed, and getting denser and denser and denser with life. And the city is at this point starting to struggle to meet the uh, logistical demands, let's say, of population cresting into the millions. Da, 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 da. Let's see. The wealth resides high upon the mountain range, lording over those less fortunate above them, literally living higher, literally living on a level above them. Surviving off of the industry and workforce of the city below them. Further down beneath the ground resides the denizens of the Undercity, their access to the world above them slowly dwindling away as life gets ever harder in the spaces that even those who reside between there forget. At the edge of the city reside the farmland, some of the few spaces where food can reliably be produced, as well as the main gate, where felled beasts and natural resources of the outside world can be brought in to keep the machine of the city running. Now we come to the current day. Finally caught up. Today is, let's see, it is the 22nd of Simon. I also forgot to mention that there is a calendar for everyone to look. It's very analogous to our world. I can answer any questions if anyone has anything about a calendar, but I figure you all might know how to read one of those. Don't
I
mean to
don't.
brag.
It's a full moon in the current day.
It is not a full moon. It is like the day
Um,
past it, basically.
full
Oh yeah,
moon
I could
thing.
see it. Yeah, it
hmm
literally says it too. Yeah. All
It
right,
looks like
gotcha.
a full moon though.
It's very close. It's very close. It's literally a
Mhm.
phase after.
Yeah, today's the 22nd of Simon, basically late August for our real world analogy. Um, and we're going to start zooming in on some of the adventurers that are going to be attending the Jecho Adventuring Academy. Um, the few that have been selected have been months ago given a letter to basically come and show your stuff for a chance to become an adventurer. It's essentially a real life golden ticket to wealth, security, and excitement. The night before, you all likely were spending time with your close family and friends, celebrating your acceptance, eating, drinking, being merry, and very likely to be uh, waking up very early in the morning, as none of you are exactly in a place of privilege to be a hop, skip, and a jump away from one of the most important centers of the city. Um, Academy life itself will begin to grant you all fame, prestige, and in the wee hours of the morning, even though time is much less of a factor in everyday life, we are going to zoom in deep below the earth on the cresting point between uh, the soul and the heart is the small, sort of vertically assembled apartment of Noro Shadowbell. Noro, you spent the last night partying, potentially or not. I'm not going to speak for you, but you can speak for yourself. You are asleep in your small, narrow. It's basically like, have you seen those houses in Philadelphia that are like 3 shoulder widths wide, but like 4
Yeah,
stories
yeah,
tall?
yeah, yeah.
It's
Yes, I have.
it's basically like that.
Yeah, so I rise from my vertical coffin, understandable.
And we move now. Uh,
From my slightly off-centered vertical
oh
coffin.
shoot, what the hell was the name of your town? The Obsidian something. Hold on.
Yeah, we had a name. I remember that.
Obsidian Crossroads, yes, a very lovely path between the deepest, darkest depths of the city and some more residential, friendlier communities.
Happier places.
Let's say it's not the greatest area. One
It's
might
not
be
the
What
able
are you
to
greatest.
talking
assume.
about? This looks
It's
so
not.
nice.
It if you live there, it's okay.
Yeah,
If you're one of us, it's not the worst.
yeah. As long as you're one of us.
It
Don't be the wrong person.
literally,
One
That's that
of
easy.
us.
it
One of
literally
us.
reminds me of Arcane, the Undercity.
It's
I might.
probably model off it.
It
It
probably is.
probably is.
How is Noro feeling this morning? Do any partying
Uh,
last night?
Probably not. Not Norlo's character, really. He probably had a couple, like maybe had like one or two,
Gotcha.
like
Mm-hmm.
beverages with some people, but that was about it.
It's
His friends probably congratulated him on going to the academy, and that was it, as they were taking over the rest of the enterprise of the city.
mm-hmm. Yeah, your peaceful slumber is quickly jolted awake from frantic pounding at the front door, like 3 stories beneath you. You don't exactly have windows; you more have slats that keep the funk of the outside generally out. Not doing the best job, but they do okay. Um, and you hear your grandmother downstairs, the floor is sort of muffling whatever it is she's talking about, but you hear some gruffer voices talking to her, and she's sort of snapping back at them, like telling them off. You can't hear details exactly, but you are now awake in your.
There's no fear of Grandma Shadowbells yelling at people. They're the ones that should be afraid.
It's fair.
For reference, Grandma Shadowbell's a level 20 white necromancer. She fears fucking nothing.
I fear her.
Yeah, people feel
Publisher.
her. There's a difference. She look. She'll kill you, reanimate your body, and have it walk away. So there's no evidence. Don't fuck with it. So I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go downstairs, check out, see what's happening.
Yeah, as you're like descending your stairs, like every single one creaking and sounding like it's going to break. Like everything is just kind of wet down here constantly. It is.
It's pretty damp in this place.
Yeah, even in late August, where like the ground above is starting to like harden and freeze and rain is starting to pick up, down here is a warm, moist, musky, just it's a vile scent. You've like lived down here for God knows how long, so like the scent is just whatever to you at this point, but it is not pleasant. It's like, for reference, like 2 in the morning. Obviously, if you're not seeing the sun every day, that's probably less of an issue, especially for Shadow Elf. But like as you get to like the second floor to like go down to see like what the commotion is, you hear Kandala basically like shout up the stairs, "Noro!"
Coming.
Yeah, you hear just kind of futz about, go to the front door, waiting for you. We got a fresh one.
Oh,
fresh one is wild.
New client.
You hear no response, but through the floor you can see her eye rolls. You can feel it in your soul.
I'm like, I felt that one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shiver a little bit. Just
Ooh, ooh.
hey, never mind. Don't note to self. Don't do that again.
Yeah, as you
Descend the steps fully, I guess.
yeah, as you descend, you see her standing there. There is a dead young bugbear man. It's more like literally like you're like 16 or 17. He's like 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 from judging like in a stage of life before you, right? Like
Just
if you're
beforehand,
in
yeah.
high school, they're in like middle school.
He just hit puberty.
Yeah, heavy tattoos around the face and hands, face bludgeoned in. It's pretty gnarly.
Ooh.
Yeah. Bugbears also grow up quite quickly, so despite him looking very young, he's like 7 foot tall.
It is. Ooh.
Um, sorry?
Nora will look at him and go, "Well, alrighty then."
Yeah, the Rat Clan is at it again. All right, you get the shoulders. I got the legs. My back hurts. Come on.
All right.
Yeah, she picks up the legs. You like your kitchen table is also where she works, so she just slaps it on, and there's like an omelet. It's probably not. It's probably just gruel.
I have to slowly move the. No, it's a little better than gruel. She has decent kind of money for actual food. We live in squalor, so we can eat actual food. It's different.
Yeah, it's like like a small little some rat legs and some mushrooms. It's nice. It's nice. It's a nice little way to wake up.
There's a little protein, a little carb, and 1 chicken egg. Fucking.
It's not a chicken. It's not a chicken egg.
We're aware.
It is an egg. We don't know what kind.
It had a shell, cooked well.
Human egg.
Yeah.
It tastes like chicken.
Let's see. Yeah, you slap the table on the bottom floor. Your bottom floor is simultaneously like a kitchen, a living space, and where Kandala also works. So there's like some tables that are set up around a half-broken, coffee table, and a wall of like magical reagents for spells, and a kitchen, and a dead body, and a
I do
wall
one
full of like,
singular dead body.
yeah, decor.
She has like one cabinet that is just
Hmm.
perfectly stocked with every reagent possible, and then everything else is just scattered.
Yeah, it's selective organization.
Yeah, for her job, it is the most pristine collection you'll ever. It looks like it belongs in like the upper class, but then you look at everything else, you're like, you know what? It
Nicely
makes sense.
labeled jars and
Uh-huh.
little boxes that have like the swivel top, and then there's
There's a
four
fucking lazy.
eggs
There's a
that are
lazy
rotting on the
Susan,
kitchen table. Yeah, yeah. Um, she
and then
sort
there's
of
just eggs running on the table. Yep,
she
boxes
looks at
back.
the body, huffs. They got to stop doing this to the recruits, or else I am going to stop working for them.
You
Anyways,
know, that would be a good idea at this point.
yeah, well, I don't feel like
This is
dealing
the
with
fourth one today. Fourth one this week.
yeah, something like that. I stopped keeping track because they don't pay me. I just don't feel like going to war with a gang. It's not like they're,
Is it? I mean, you have the bodies. Is it really war? You know what? Never mind.
well, they keep me safe and I do them favors. We're less of a white necromancer and moving closer to a gray necromancer nowadays.
Yeah, well, when you hit full black, go full on
I'll
terrorist.
I'll let you know. You'll be the first to know, honey. Don't worry.
Okay. Thanks, Grandma.
Uh, so today's the first day. You're
That it
heading
is.
off. It's probably she like reaches into her pocket, pulls out like a very very battered pocket watch that doesn't have like the glass on the front anymore, but it's still ticking. It's about that time.
Yeah, I
Um,
gotta get out of here soon, but I figured I'd help with the body first.
yeah. Uh, everything's packed. I think you need. She like looks and there's like right next to the front door. There's a very stuffed backpack of whatever clothes you consider the nicest.
Comically stuffed.
Yeah, like literally like bursting at the seams, like your possessions, like
There's
you
like
you
one
already
one
you already
one
like
arm out the top.
yeah, you already cleared out like your bedroom from the week before or whatever in preparation to this. Um off to the academy. That's a
Yeah,
big step up. You're excited, right?
it could be something. I figured might as well do it. Just I'll follow your footsteps for a little while.
She nods. She takes like a deep breath in, like she's just like holding back, like she's holding back something.
Holding it back.
She she looks over the body to like distract herself. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to leave the nest at some point, so this is as good a day as any.
I'll go over and give my grandmother a hug and say, "Listen, you'll see me again. It's not that. I'm just gonna go be doing. I'm just gonna go make a name for myself."
Oh, I know you will. Shadow Bells. Eh, well, I wouldn't throw our names around if if you
Yeah,
know what's good for
yeah,
you.
yeah. I figured, but it's okay.
Yeah, not too many look kindly on philanthropists, especially around here. Um, she
Yeah, but
she gives you like a light hug back, kind of just rubs your back for a little second, breaks away and like holds your shoulders, cups your, like both your cheeks with her hands. You have grown up so much.
I got hold on. Thank you.
She sighs and lets you go, and then she like looks away, and then she's like, "Oh, wait a minute!" And she reaches and pulls out a necklace off of her neck. It has a little bone charm at the center and like two gold beads. It's very simple, just a leather string. She puts it over your head and like tucks it into your shirt. This will protect you.
Thank you. I'm sure it will. I'll treasure it always.
and if you lose it, you're not getting another one. So keep it
I will
close.
try not to.
Okay.
Jecho, stay on my neck at all times.
All right. Let's go. I'll walk you at least down to the end of the street. I don't want this one going cold, or else it starts getting expensive.
Yeah, I got a business to run. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, she'll take your arm and walk you down to the end of the street. She'll kiss you on the cheek and let you off to wander up through the rest of the Undercity, basically, to eventually find your way out. The last thing she says right before, remember, the lanterns will get you there. Don't stray too far. You know what can happen.
Yeah, I know. And the city isn't too kind to those stray away.
Mm-hmm. She stands there for a second, watches you walk, and as you walk away from your family home, we move further up to the heart. Let me transition my own self over. Let's see. Where's Mr. Jack?
Should be there.
Jack me boy.
Inject me, boy. We're here.
Da, 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 da. Oh, it's not extended. Dadoy. Um, Jack,
Dadoy.
you, after last night, laying in bed, still unconscious, how are you feeling?
My head hurts.
Hung over as shit.
Yep.
Well,
my
that's
head
so
hurts.
unfortunate. As you're laying there, hung over, like you're like that state of like half consciousness. You're not awake, but you're not totally unaware of your body. You hear like multiple bottles fall and smash on the ground, in your multi-story dwelling there deep within the heart. Um, you're awoken suddenly against your will as you hear the shouting of your family, like in outrageous laughter, just trying to like calm themselves down after whatever happened.
Near it.
He said over it.
I'm definitely over it.
Just wakes up, attempts to find water, can't.
Yeah, I literally like shuffle through the glasses, tip some over, some break. I can hear my aunt downstairs literally be like, "I think Jack's up. I just heard something break."
Yeah.
And
You
I'm
hear
just like struggling.
drunken like yelling for your name, like someone be you hear like, "Oh shit." And then you hear, "Jack, get down here. You're gonna miss school. Get the hell down here."
I'm coming. And then Jack like stumbles his way standing up. And mind you, his vision is very blurry. It's still a little spinny in his own brain.
Yeah, completely. Um
So he stands up, gets up finally, and drudges through the door and meets everyone downstairs.
yeah, you push your way into what is essentially like your family laboratory. Like the
Mhm.
entire bottom floor. You guys actually have a decently sized dwelling for the heart. The
Yep.
entire bottom floor is basically just one giant alchemy lab, as well as a kitchen. There's like every morning you're like, oh, there's silver dust in in my gruel. Hold on, I have to eat around that now. There's
Every time I take a swig of water, sometimes it might hurt because I
yeah.
just might have a little bit in there.
Yeah, there's a little like card table that's been pulled down from the wall. Like your family is you have an entire family of inventors. So like the card table folds up, the middle table folds away. You like you can flip it over and it transforms into like a ping pong table or whatever the hell.
Mhm.
So your entire house is this like kind of like clockwork mechanistic sort of vibe to it.
Yep.
National sport of
Oh, excuse me.
You
hardest
come
thing, though.
down to your family of Gerald, Frank, Mary, and mysteriously another man. Um, there is a tall, handsome, at least for Bugbear's sake, finely dressed man. They're all sitting around a card table. There's a bottle of booze, several bottles of your. Here, I'll show these to everyone. Forget the term I made for all of them. Oh, of course. It's the Welch Family Fizzling Wine Substitute Sweetened Non-Alcoholic Beverage. That is the
That's
official name.
Okay.
Of course, and that of course comes from the Welch's Fizzling Non-Alcoholic Beverage Company. That's kind of the namesake of your family there.
You know
Um,
what? That's fine. I take it. Yeah.
yeah, they're all sitting around. They're all. Keep in mind, you started partying yesterday at like noon. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning right now.
Wait,
Like
wait,
it
do
is.
you have a hangover from just sugar intake?
They all there's like there's a
Well,
bucket that's half filled with dark
Wait,
purple
there, there's
vomit.
there's alcohol. It's just it's not
No,
directly
they
from
sell the non-alcoholic sweetened beverage, but that doesn't mean
right.
your family doesn't make the alcoholic sweetened beverage for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just making because I was like, if you did that, if you got hungover off of non-alcoholic beverages, you know how much you have to ingest?
Well, I don't
It's
think
the
you
it's
understand
the
how much we have.
it's the Welsh Family Fizzling Wine Substitute Sweetened Non-Alcoholic Beverage. There's no alcohol in it at
I
all.
love the
It
timing.
is wine. It is wine flavored, however. Your family managed to, years ago, when your grandpa Gerald was a very young man, came up with a formula to basically fake flavors that he had kept a secret for his own family business. Um, that is doing dubiously well in the recent years. Um, they're all like they're all swaying in their chair. Your aunt and uncle, Mary and Frank, they get up, like have to hold themselves against the wall before they like walk over to you, like shuffling through broken glass. There's like a shelf that fell down, and there's just bottles of like reagents fizzling on the floor, and they give you like the biggest, tightest hug. We almost forgot that it's school today.
I was like, shit, it's that day now? It's today?
That's why we were partying. And we haven't stopped partying. Anyways, and your Aunt Mary, Uncle Frank is up 100 copper pieces over that. She like hiccups and like you can smell like like bile on her breath.
The Welch. You can smell
Oh,
the Welch's.
over that hairy man. And Frank like holds Mary. You need to go to bed.
That's a great family.
Yeah, as this is all
The hairy
happening,
man is the best.
you hear the distinctive sound of like a tss as Grandpa Gerald Welch takes out a very makeshift device, puts something over his nose and mouth, squeezes like a rubber bladder, and like as he does this, his eyes just go wide. He like shakes in his chair, and then he just relaxes and goes, "Oh."
He just like
Did we just watch
snort.
Grandpa Huff? Fucking paint thinner.
uh, well,
Did you
the
coke?
equivalent of it, but yeah.
He's
Yo,
doing
your
fantasy.
grandpa does fucking whippets with fucking with a bladder.
Yes.
Crazy, bro.
It's a faux
My
empty bladder.
grandfather has developed a sort of habit over the years with his mastery of alchemy. So
Yeah.
it just kind of came to be.
He's kind of cool.
Your grandpa's pretty. Listen, your grandpa and my grandma would have a great time.
100%. 100%.
Set him up.
Frank, like steadies himself. I'll go get your bag, pal. We gotta find it. And he
What do you mean we gotta find it? Where was it?
Can we amend? I'm pretty sure I have this company's beverage in my house. Just so we can amend that.
when you ask him where do you mean find it, don't you remember last night we played hide all of Jericho's things, and then we lost it, and then because we were drinking, now we gotta find it. And Mary's like, burps a little. And as this happens, Gerald starts to basically cough up a lung, like hacking, like full body convulsing into a ball in his you know how like a dad has like the dad chair, and that's the only chair he's ever sat in for the past 10 years. This is the Gerald chair. He's just he's slept in that chair for untold number of days in a row. If he could pee in that chair, he would.
I
Probably
believe it.
has.
No, I believe
You-
it.
you
He has against
I
his
definitely
will.
believe
He hasn't chose willingly yet. And as
New
he does,
invention?
Yeah, there's like a brief moment when Frank and Mary and the bugbear, who is still sitting at the table, they all sort of like go wide-eyed and look at your grandfather. He pulls his hand away. He's still domed out of his mind. There's just blood covering his hand, and he just sits back down in his chair, like completely exhausted. Mary will like go over and like kneel beside him and make sure he needs anything. As your dad like kind of just like rubs his forehead and walks off trying to find your backpack, the bugbear will stand and sort of fix his collar. He's in a nice, like I said, nicely dressed suit. His hair, which normally is kind of just like a nightmarish mess for most bugbears, um,
Mhm.
it's slicked back, it's oiled. He looks clean for a goblinoid, at least.
Oiled. Oh man.
And he will walk over
Yeah.
and extend his hand. You are Jericho, correct, sir?
Yes, yes, that is me. Excuse me. I've had a very long night.
I am very aware. I have as well. I have been pacing myself a little better than the others. My name is Mr. Iglathor Hotstrom. It's very nice to meet you. So I understand it that you're going off to the academy today.
Yes, today is indeed my first day in the academy. I
That's
just
a
gotta
fine
find my
opportunity, young
belongings.
man. Wouldn't you agree?
I completely agree.
It
I hope
is.
for more.
It's a rare thing for someone from this part of town nowadays to be accepted at such a prestigious institution. Uh, he will look back at your grandfather and sort of like put his arm like lightly behind your shoulders and like walk you like further towards the front door to like sort of give your Mary and Gerald like some privacy as like she tends to him. Um, Now, son, you understand your grandfather is very sick.
Yes, I do understand that.
He looks over and looks back at you. He does not have much longer on this plane, I am afraid to say. Humans are not like that of elves nor dwarves. We and our time is very short here. But he is not the only one sick. You understand that?
Yes, I do understand that. As I cough.
Yeah. It is a rare opportunity that anyone from this part of town any longer gets even accepted, and we have extremely high hopes for you. We, as part of the community, uh, and along with your grandfather's estate, we've put something together for you. A trust, let's say. He'll open his jacket pocket and he'll pull out a small leather pouch and hand it to you.
All right, I'm gonna take the pouch.
That money is intended for alchemist supplies, any research you must do, but given the opportunity, assume that this money shall not stop, assuming that you can make some sort of headway on whatever it is affecting us down here. If you were
Yep,
to
I
at least find out what it is and a cure, perhaps, though I am doubtful, uh, you could rest assured that this community will take care of you for long into your life.
I appreciate that very very much. That's all reason why I'm going to the academy in the first place. Actually,
He sort of stiffens himself up, like fixes his jacket again. He looks very, very seriously at you. Jericho, don't mess this up. If you are not accepted, then I have grave hopes for this place.
I understand. I'll do what I can.
Very good. I'm glad you understand. Anyways,
Yes,
I will be off. I will keep in touch. I'll find you when I need you. It is a pleasure meeting you as well. He extends his hand to shake it once again. Um, but
go ahead
good
and give
luck.
me a shake. I appreciate it, sir. I'm gonna do my best, not only for my family, but also for the rest of the city.
Very political.
Very good.
Sound like a politician.
He strokes his beard a little bit, like goes to like twirl it and fix it. Later then, and he walks out the front door, just basically disappearing into the mess the basically just crisscross roads of the heart. Your grandfather sort of comes to. Mary is relieved. Your father returns with a backpack that is covered in
Oh,
dust. Or your uncle, sorry, your uncle returns with a backpack covered in dust. I found it, kiddo.
I appreciate it.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
He sort of Mary and Frank sort of come up, give you big tight hugs, just like a sandwich of family. You're gonna do great things, kid.
I'm gonna do my best.
As
Like,
they're hugging you, you slowly like feel more of their like collective weight as like their eyes are closed and they're like half passed out.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need you guys. I'm
Oh
gonna need you
yeah.
to wake up now.
Oh yeah. Sorry, babe. Okay. I have to take care of your grandfather, but yeah, you know to follow the lanterns to the school, right?
Yep, I'm very aware
All
of
right,
that. Yes.
get to the surface as quick as possible. Don't go through the veil. That place is bad for people your age. You're gonna be good, right, kid?
Yep, I'm gonna be just fine.
All
Don't
right,
worry.
good boy. Mary will go back sitting at the table, pulling the bucket closer to her. That's half slouching. She puts a hand on her chest. Gerald looks up at you like now like back to it. You're leaving, boy.
Yep, I'm out of here. I gotta get going.
Where you going without giving your grandpa a hug?
It's all right, Grandpa. I'll give you a hug. Walks over,
Yeah,
gives him a nice
he
hug.
gives you like a weak, his hands are shaking hug. You're gonna go and be the guy, and you're gonna invent and you know what kids do or whatever.
Just picturing him like almost like fucking Rick and Rick and Morty, like with a little bit of
You want to
tobacco in his
hit
beard and everything.
before you
Is
go?
that- No,
You
I think
sure?
I'm good, Grandpa. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm
he puts
good.
it back to his nose. It's good shit.
I think I'm good, Grandpa. I appreciate it, but you should probably slow down a little bit.
Oh, you're missing out.
I heard the Rick and Morty, the beginning of it. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, your grandpa just
thanks,
says you're
Grandpa.
missing out, and he starts like slouching back in his chair.
He's like, this is some gourmet shit right here.
Yeah, Frank will start picking up bottles. All right, you know, sentiments or whatever.
He's a mix of you ever seen Shameless?
Oh
Frank.
He's Frank. He's literally Frank and
Rick.
Rick and Rick combined.
Oh God, that's a bad combo.
The ultimate in fuck it, we find out.
You know, it's fair.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Jack, you
How
walk.
much can my body take? Real questions. Let's find out.
Jack, you walk out of your family's dwelling. The rickety sign saying in full Welch's Fizzing Non-Alcoholic Beverage Company above your front door. All the same size, by the way. It's not like Welch's Non-Alcoholic Fizzing Beverage. It's Welch's Non-Alcoholic Fizzing Beverage Company.
I'm just gonna turn around real quick, look up at the sign, and be like, God, we gotta change our name, and then just turn back towards where I was
Yeah,
going.
you start making your way through the heart, which is basically the heart of the city. A lot of the sewer, a lot of industry down here. The air is smoky, reeking of shit because the sewer runs through basically every part of town. It's kind of like Venice, where like all the streets are just right next to water, except it's
Yep.
not water. It is a torrent of feces and urine.
Mm,
Uh,
Sweet.
you see
yeah.
it's still very early in the morning, even though timetables aren't abided to so closely underground. The streets are relatively empty. There's lanterns that are being tended to by basically trusted townspeople to lead your way, and you start making your way up and out. And as you do that, we are going to finally.
And I amend Noro is just singing, making my way downtown, walking through the thing.
We're gonna demonetize. We are going to move up and out. It is the early hours of the morning. Again, like before, uh, we look upon the Fizzlebottom Flintbraids family farm. Say that
I love
five
this.
times fast. 5 times fast. Um, it's about 2 in the morning. Earlier in the day, the night before, like basically just as the party was starting to get going, your father's basically advised you to go to bed. You're gonna need a full night of sleep. Um,
Mhm.
where is Faye right now? How is she feeling?
Um, she after the party, they had like the whole town there. She's in her room, which is like 3 beds, and she's on this tiny little bed, and two of her siblings, her foster siblings, are there with her on the same bed. Like they have their own bed, but the two girls are laying with her. There's Dardrana and Matilda. And then on the other bed, there is Lavenglow and Ladbet, the twins. And then we also have Norbit sleeping on another bed, and then Finrick and Quillwister on the floor. So all 8 of the Fizzlebottom Flintbraid kids are in one tiny little because they all kind of just trickled in there in the night.
Gotcha. Your all your siblings likely completely exhausted from an entire day of like late season farm work and an
Mhm,
entire party where they got to eat sugar. Um,
mhm.
so they're all
What is fizzing? Oh, whatever the fuck it's called.
use its proper name. God damn it! It's Welch's fizzing, a non-alcoholic wine substitute, something something.
So you even didn't even remember the name.
um, it's like 2 in the morning. Uh, and Faye is basically woken up in like a flurry. Binley basically busts into the door. Um, Kiddo, get on up! You're about to be late. Come on! And he darts over to your little no, is he gnome? He's a gnome?
He's a gnome.
Yeah, your little gnomish father runs over to you, shakes your shoulders. Come on, kids, everyone up, everyone up! Faye's gonna leave. Come on, today's the day, big day. And he like excitedly like darts back into the kitchen. Uh, you suddenly are like greeted as the door is opened with the smell of eggs, of cooking bacon, of basically a farmer's breakfast. There is so
Mm.
much fat and calories being cooked up on this. It's basically just one giant skillet that's just filled with food for like the 10 people. How many people are living in your house? 11?
uh, 10.
10. I did
I
get it
feel like
right.
it was probably 11. There's
It's
probably some
how
stragglers.
many siblings do you have currently?
7?
7, 10. Okay.
Yes.
Um yeah, all the kids immediately start groaning. They're like all completely zonked. You're like the only one that managed to get any amount of sleep. Um, and yeah, your parents are basically waiting. Your dad is setting the table. It's like just one giant rickety mishmash table. Every chair is
Mhm.
different.
It's
Um,
covered in, like, drawings,
yeah, all the
like, little
carvings from
fake
your.
drawings.
It's mutilated from your siblings.
Yeah. I feel like she would walk out and there'd be breakfast, but also she would have, like, a little box of things from, like, each of the farm families to be
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Oh, remember us. Bring this
yeah,
with you. Here's some
there's like
honey."
a side table like by the front door. There's like a full ass wheel of cheese that someone gave you last night. That like they're like, oh, take this to school with you. Everyone needs cheese every once in a while. It's 55 pounds of cheese. It's fucking
Yeah.
gigantic. But
Not
they're
the
all
fucking
farmers,
Elder
so
Scrolls
they
cheese
just got
wheel.
forearms for days. There's
Not the Elder Scrolls cheese wheel.
yeah, there's a bunch of there's like gifts for like quote unquote like the family of like crops of like rare basically like luxury goods for a farming community.
Yeah.
um just sort of sitting by the front door. You got a bunch of personal accoutrements, some like don't forget us jewelry from like the neighbor
Like
that you saw twice a year maybe on a good day.
I think she'd also have, like, a little, pouch of like rocks and trinkets that each of her siblings found, and they'd be like, "I found this pebble. Bring this with you to school to remember us by."
Yeah, your
This bubble.
your dad's setting up breakfast. Bramroth, your dwarven father, uh,
He's cooking.
yeah, he calls out again, "Kids, come on, breakfast time! Everyone up, early morning." All the children groan again.
She'd walk out and she'd be like, "Papa, don't worry, they're awake."
Well, they might be awake, but they're not gonna eat if they don't get their butts up here. How you doing,
Well,
kiddo?
but I'm nervous, Papa.
Why are you nervous? Don't be
I
nervous.
don't.
It's the academy. Everyone wishes they could go to the academy.
Yeah, but the last time somebody went to the academy, they stopped talking to us. I don't want that to happen,
Oh,
Papa.
you're not you love your family, right, Faye?
Uh, yes, very
You
much.
die for any one of your siblings.
Sadly, yes.
he chuckles, Binley snickers. He's he starts like barely being able to hold it together as he's like sitting out forks. Then you're not gonna just ditch us like Brenora. Why are you worried? What you
But
think?
what if
You think
you
that's
guys stop
why would we?
writing to me?
Why would we stop writing to you, Faye? Come on, don't be silly. You're letting that nervy stuff get to you. Come sit down. Come sit down. You need a belly full of breakfast before you can start thinking straight.
Okay. Is it my favorite?
Out of character, what's your favorite?
Whatever they make.
Of course,
She
darling.
really likes the eggs
You know,
from her specific chickograph.
of course I have your favorite. He there's like a stack of plates. He's just I want to put like in perspective. This is like a full dinner plate, edge to edge with biscuits soaked in gravy and a mountain of eggs for like every single person in the family. Like everyone just eats breakfast and then doesn't eat again. This is like 2,000 calories of breakfast that he just kind of casually gives to you as if you've ever been able to finish it.
I think she'd be like, "Papa, this is too much. I have to
That's not
walk."
too. Yeah, you're gonna need energy for walking, kid. Come on, sit down, eat up. Get Finley, go get the rest of them. Finley goes. Your siblings start like filing out, like bleary eyed, like just sort of sitting at the table. All of them are smaller than you for the most part, so they have like kid sized plates with equally as big portions. There's like three like butter biscuits, all of them smothered in like this like a brown gravy. There's it's sort of a shitty omelet. Have you ever made an omelet and then you're like, well, this is scrambled eggs now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what everyone gets. There is cheese. You got a wheel of cheese, and there is like it was like split open and carved out to like give everyone a little extra kick in their morning. Oh, you're
I think
oh sorry.
I think she'd eat and then she'd start eating and she'd be like, "Papa, Dad, do you think that food's gonna be like this up there?"
I heard the food at the academy is to die for. They got chefs and kitchens for all the kids. Uh, that's what I heard. Of course, I ain't never been in one of them fancy dorms, none. So yeah, come on, kiddo. Why don't stop worrying about the academy? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be
Well, but
great.
but how? What? Don't you guys need me on the farm?
We got 7 others that can do, plenty of work. Maybe we aren't going to have such big crops without our little druid, but don't you worry, kiddo. We're not worried. Stop worrying about us. Start worrying about you. You're going to have to start beating people up or whatever kids do up there.
I think she would also say, she'd like kind of whisper to Binley and be like, "Do you think I'll see her when I get there?"
Brenora?
Hmm.
I mean, if
Yeah.
she's at the school, maybe. I don't know, kid. You haven't talked to
Do you
her in
think
a.
she'll want to talk to us?
Your dad just kind of like recoils a little bit, like he wasn't expecting to be like hit with questions like this today. Well, maybe if you see her, go and say hi. We'd love to hear from her. she might have stopped talking to us, but that means you don't want to stop talking to her. Any fizzle bottom flint braid is a fizzle bottom flint braid for life. That's what I always said starting today. Yeah, as you're eating, as things are like settling down, as all your siblings are like just like shoveling eggs into their mouth. There's a knock on the door, and like very quickly it will just be opened, like that family friend that just kind of bursts in no matter what time of day it is.
Mhm.
And you see Elowen Goodlove pop her head in. Hello, hello, good morning. Where's my adventurer?
I think she'd be like, she'd probably rush to like stand up, and like the chair would fall a little bit, and then she'd pick up and she'd be like, Auntie Ellie, I'm happy you came.
Why would I ever miss your going off day, kiddo? Come on, come here, give me a hug. She like immediately starts doing like the ant hands to give me a hug.
Faye would definitely like super run into her arms and like give the biggest hug
she
back.
she does like a football like tackle ready position to like
Yeah.
to like receive it. She's like, "Oh, my back. Okay. You're getting big, kid. You're not a little one anymore."
Not the 3-point stance.
she got the leg back like she's trying to balance herself here. She gives you a big tight hug. I got you something.
Is it a gift?
It's a gift.
Is it something to do with plants? Are they poisonous?
Okay, you with your poisonous plants. You work on a farm. People eat your stuff. Faye, stop growing deadly nightshade in your personal garden. It's going to
Well,
hurt someone one day.
it's behind the barn. The guinea cows are the only ones that could eat it.
Okay, close your eyes. She
Mhm. I
she
think she would like super excitedly close her eyes.
Yeah, she takes your hand and deposits a small little ring into it.
Ooh.
It costs a pretty penny, but I think when you're going off to a place like the academy, it calls for such an occasion. Plus, what's a
Fancy
druid without
plant.
a familiar?
Not a druid I'd like to meet.
Trying to say something about me?
No.
That's what I thought. She chuckles, she pats you on the back, she sits down at the table, and like she just has like a cup of tea, and that's her entire breakfast, like sitting around. Um your parents sit down. Bramroth is he's eating slowly, but his like he has like a spork basically that's like for serving that he's taking full mouthfuls of. Um Binley is
Oh
like too
wow.
excited. He's just kind of playing with his food. It's gonna be a great day, Faye. It's the big day. Um, Everyone will finish up their breakfasts. Um, Binley will rouse the kids from their chairs, half of which have fallen back asleep. Um, Come on, come on. The pathways are lit up. You haven't even looked outside yet. It's beautiful. You finally step out into basically the cold air of the farmland. It's a pretty chilly day. Comparatively for most of the year. It's especially early in the morning, so no sun has begun to warm things up. Um, and as you step out, there's pretty much directly from your house, because obviously there's not a lot of population density in the farmland, so they can afford to do this. Like a perfectly straight line leading into the city. And as you like look to your left and your right, there's other straight lines that are all like kind of forming like a big semicircle of light. Um, and the pathway of lanterns that are being lit the rest of the city kind of kept dark for like a big day for adventurers. There's sort of just like snakes of light shooting through the rest of the city. um, you see more lanterns getting lit as like the morning starts like going on. And as you step out, all of your neighbors, tired as they may be, are basically like there to like basically give you like like the end of like a basketball game, everyone gets high fives.
Yeah.
Bramroth will pick up your backpack, which is like a rucksack that's as tall as you. He helps you like get into it basically, because it's everything that you've ever owned. We got you some new pantaloons, honey. So you're not gonna be wearing those old dusty whatevers. We don't want people treating you different because you're just a farm kid.
I think before she would do anything, she would run to Shaylee just to say goodbye.
Oh yeah, of course. Shaylee is a little further down the path, but she's like half jogging towards your house. But when she sees you like running, she'll like pick up the pace. Her little is she halfling, correct?
She's a halfling.
Where
She's a stout. She's a big lady.
you big lady?
Big
Um,
lady.
only friend. Yeah, she comes.
I
She
like 'em big.
she jumps to tackle you in your pelvis, just trying to like knock you over, and she's like two arm, two leg, full bodied hug. She's like, I'm gonna miss you so much.
I think she would be like, "Don't worry, Shaylee. I'm bringing the book with me, and I will keep updating our scrapbook of all of the new flowers and animals that I find at the academy. And
You
when I come back to visit, I'll share them with you, and then you can share with me all the things that you find."
we don't find new things around here anymore. Come on, Faye. That's why we started going to other places to find them. But you better. If you don't update that book, I'm gonna have your head on a spear or something.
I
I'll
definitely will.
become the adventurer. I'll take your place. They won't even know. I'm a master of stealth.
Uh, I think she would just be like, "Shay, I am really gonna miss you.
I'm really gonna miss you too, Faye. I don't know what I'm gonna
I'll write
do
to you
anymore.
every day."
You better, or else I'll be upset. Although mail comes here like once a month, but you know it's whatever. You better. If I don't get a letter for every single day of the week, I will no longer be your best friend. I'll have to demote myself to second. There, I said it. Yeah, you're gonna have to put one of your siblings above you. What are you gonna do about that?
I don't think any of them know how to draw, so they won't be able to help me with the book.
Useless. She like chuckles and she like tackle hugs you again. You better come back and visit us for holidays, or else I'll actually kill you.
I think she would give her a really big hug, and then like while they're hugging, she's like next to her ear. I think she'd be like, "Take care of them, please. Make sure that Papa and Dad don't do anything that'll hurt themselves."
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna be fine, Faye. Come on.
And then I think she
Oh,
would also give her in the hug, she would be like, "Also, do you think," like she would probably ask Shaylee again, like, "Do you think I'll see Bray?"
she kind of pauses. She knows that there's like a lot of like tension between you and Bray, and she's like, I'm sure you'll see her. She's probably somewhere around there. You know, adventurers don't travel far from the academy. They're all rich and hoity types. You better not become a
Well,
rich or hoity type.
I don't think I will. Mom
Okay,
and
good.
Dad weren't, from what Auntie Ellie said.
This is the best accent you've done in so long.
Shaylee's.
Okay. Well, you better come back, and you better still be the same Faye that I remember, because. And she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out, a like a hand woven little friendship bracelet that has Shaylee's name woven into it.
I think that Faye would also pull out like a hand bracelet with her name on it.
She gives you like a playful like punch in the ribs. You stole my idea.
Well, it's a different color.
I like my color better. She'll trade.
Actually, the exact same design, just different.
Yes, it's
Different
like
colors.
perfectly identical. Just
It's just
different
different
names.
shades of brown.
Really is
Hers is a yellow brown. Yours is like a mud brown. She
One's
she
red brown, one's
she immediately ties her own bracelet on your wrist and gives you her wrist to tie yours on. All right, friends forever.
Of course.
She gives you her pinky.
And I think you have to like reach down
Yeah,
to hold your pinky.
she's like reaching up all the way above her head, and you're like and you're at like belly button level with her.
And you pinky swear though.
I pinky swear. And if not, I'll come find you. I'll come find you like you're trying to find Bray,
Okay.
and then I'll kill ya. She like can't help but like smile again. Oh wait, don't have too much fun. And if you have like one of your nervous attacks, just remember that the farm's always waiting for you,
Okay.
and you can come
I'll
visit
miss
on
you, Shay.
weekends. And
I
and
don't know if I'll
and
be able to
and,
make it on weekend,
and
Shay.
maybe on like
Maybe every other.
okay, I'll take that deal. Um, Binley and Bramroth walking like the rest of your family up behind you. You ready to go, kid? We'll walk you to the edge of the farmland.
Okay. I think she'd get like really nervous.
Yeah, Shay takes your hand and walks with you. Like like her arm is like up by like her ear, like swinging your arm back and forth as she has to like skip walk to keep up with you. Or
I'm
like
kind of like
her yeah.
leaning down a little bit.
Yeah, she's pulling your arm down. She's like, my shoulder's tired. I'm real sorry. I can stop holding your hand. My hand is really sweaty.
Yeah, it is kind of sweaty.
Bramroth will be on the other side holding your hand, holding Binley's because he's at least a little taller than Binley. And you'll be walked off to the edge of the farmland. The lights leading you on both sides completely as you go. As you continue to get closer and closer, the mountains getting like perspectively steeper and steeper as you start to see the edge of the city, like tall, there's like basically like a completely stark line between like crops, there's like a pathway, and then like 4-story buildings immediately with, you know, wide-ish streets out this far in the city, just because they haven't been consumed entirely by new housing. And you are walked off, leading up.
I think
Sorry.
as she walks off, just a side note, she would kind of just keep telling herself like under her breath, like follow the lanterns, so she wouldn't get lost.
Yeah, 100%.
She grows one nightshade by one lantern until she knows the direction she's
You
supposed.
you get to the edge. Both of your dads and all of your siblings just pull you. You're the tallest out of all of them by like several feet. They all pull you down like to your knees and are like, "We're gonna miss you. You better come home."
I think she would like talk to each, like she'd be kneeling and she would talk to each of her siblings and be like, I have like this rock that you gave me. Don't worry, I'll keep it close. Like
Mm-hmm.
to remember you by. And like she would tell each of them like the object tiny, because it's all rocks that she has or like twigs.
You have one stick figure made out of belly button lint from the grossest one.
Yeah. Probably one of the twins.
One of the twins. That's what I thought.
I think she would also have she'd like probably give like the biggest hug to her dads. Like she'd go like to Binley first, and then she'd go to Bramroth, and then she would like back up and then
Binley
give
is
them
like
both.
so beaming and proud of Faye, and Bramroth is like barely holding it together, like tears are running into his beard. He's like, "Ugh, okay, you're leaving now for real. You're gonna do great, kiddo. You know that, right? We're all rooting for you. Every single one of us. Not even just his family. This whole gosh darn town is gonna be looking forward to seeing your name in the papers. Although
Well, I hope it's for good things.
I was just about to say, don't you do anything crazy, because we don't want to see your name in the papers for the wrong reasons.
And I think she would promise, she'd be like, yeah, I promise.
And if you do become a criminal, let us know on the down low. Bramroth just breaks down crying. Ah! My little criminal.
My little criminal.
After like 10 more hugs and goodbyes, you're like finally let off the farmland after like an hour. It takes like 30 minutes to walk to the edge of it. There's like another 30 minutes of goodbyes. Shay, they're
uh,
like everyone's like tearing up as they wave you off, like all like it's getting into the morning, so everyone is going to have to start going to work, basically. Anything else?
Yeah, I think we're at the edge of her farmland, yeah?
Like her
So
territories.
I think she would get ready to leave, wave, and then right before she goes, she would look at the little, like, sign that says Fizzle Bottom Flint Braids,
Mm-hmm. Spelled
like the farm.
massively incorrectly, yes.
Yeah, and then she would give a little smile, and she would cry, and then she would, like, start walking and, like, holding her shield necklace, and kind of look and be like, "Don't worry, Dad, I'm gonna find you."
Elwyn is like Elwyn's probably the only one who's crying respectfully. Like she's crying out of a sense of pride, and she gives you like one last hug. All right, well, when you come back and you're done being an adventurer and you're older, you can come work for me.
I think she would get really excited and be like, "Auntie Ellie, I can't wait. We could grow lots of poisonous plants,
Oh,
and
you
then we
with
can
the
also have another garden that has all pretty flowers."
she stops crying and just like pinches like the nose of her bridge, the bridge of her nose. Whatever you want, Faye. And with
Do you think
that,
she'd also thank her again for the ring?
oh, I forgot to mention, you have to go find a familiar. Uh, go find. Oh gosh, what's it called? Did, where did I put it? Oh no,
Did you find a shop?
I made a shop. Go find Filigree's Felines and Familiars. It's somewhere by the school, but get settled in first before you go and find yourself a familiar. I don't want you getting, locked out of the front gate because you spent too much time looking at cats. Okay? Promise?
Okay,
Promise.
I promise.
Okay. Okay.
She's gonna look at cats and get locked out the door.
Off with you. Go on. Go do great things before I get mad.
Before I get mad, everyone's so mad at her. They're threatening to kill her.
Well, that's only Shaylee.
Yeah,
Her parents would never threaten to kill her.
no. Sorry, lost too many parents.
And off Faye goes, wandering through the city. Um, it does.
Repeating to herself, follow the lanterns,
Yeah,
follow the lanterns.
the lanterns are largely at like establishments. So like along the way, there's a bunch of eateries of like basically like open street restaurants. Like it's just like a counter with like a kitchen behind it and some stools. Um, but yeah, you make your way through the city. It's rather confusing, especially for a farmlandier who's not exactly the most adept at walking through the streets. Although a lot of the streets, at least closer to the farmland, you've probably navigated enough to where you don't really have to struggle too much. But you, uh, you all collectively at various points in time, sometime between uh 1 and 3 basically p.m. Um, will arrive at DOS Academy. Yippee!
Academy job.
The Academy,
Oh
ja.
yeah. Oh
This
yeah.
is where the war criminals are made.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. Um,
Hey, Brimroth said he was if even if she's a criminal, she's welcome back on the farm, so
Yeah,
you guys can
my
join.
grandma's already on her way to being back to a regular necromancer. It's too late for me.
yeah, you all arrive at normal times. Jack is probably the first one to find themselves at the Academy gates. It's on the second highest peak of the three Jecho mountains. The mountain below is Three Rings Main, which is basically like the main commercial and like basically finance center of like the entire city. Uh, like as you continue going up higher, you can kind of just take like an entire gaze down upon like basically where all business is done. The only higher peak, although it's not higher than the actual school, not pictured here, um, is High Top, the basically luxury area. You're all welcomed in from a massive gate at the front entrance. You'll see dozens and dozens of families, all kind of, some of them having walked their kids all the way there, others basically being close enough to where it's not a big issue to walk their kids. But
And
there
the three state-funded kids are gonna show up now.
you're not alone. There are a lot of like lone stragglers with massive backpacks, or like some of like there you see like some kids are like just dragging chests of their belongings like over cobblestones. Like there's a ton of noise, a ton of people moving about. It is chaos essentially. Um, Going into like the main courtyard area of the school, uh, families are convening. There's a sort of float. It's a large brass wheeled vehicle that's moving on its own. You see some of the city's officials standing upon it. Where are they? Here they are. You see basically the Council of Five and the King. Um, okay,
My DeviantArt.
okay. We're just gonna ignore that. You see King Thraunuk Jorgen, an old dwarven man. He's sitting in basically a throne at the center of the uh, basically is what not a gondola float, let's call it, I suppose. Um, he's just constantly waving to people that are like excited to see basically the king of the city. Um, and the other members of Five, which are Mamar, Umsur, Saluza, Vruz, and Kasara. Um, Mamar, a larger man, big beard, kind of balding, just dressed in the most fantastic colors you've probably ever seen in your life. Like you're all probably dressed in plain, commoner clothes. This man is bright reds, vibrant greens, golden, shimmering golds of fabric on him. Every single knuckle on his fingers has a ring. He's got big necklaces, huge earrings. He's basically just waving to everyone, just sort of smiling and chuckling and making.
I can't read dishes yet.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Continue talking.
Gotcha. He's sort of just talking, the crowd sort of drowning out whatever they're saying to Kasara, who's got her back turned in an absolute blowout dress. She's hot as hell. Let's just be honest here. Um, Talking to Mamar, he looks like he's just being very normal. Kasara looks a bit more serious about conversation, though Mamar doesn't seem to be taking seriously. Um, there is a gnome and an elf who are sort of just standing at the edge, guards all around them on the float, um, who are conversing amongst themselves. He's a small, older, gnomish man, so maybe 200 years old. And Saluza is a elf, and elves are essentially timeless. So God, she could be 45, she could be 345. You'll never know. And she probably forgot. Um,
It is 345 years. I'd probably forget too.
yeah, elves stop keeping count after a while. They're just like, oh, 5 or 6 centuries, one of those.
Yeah, after like 200, you kind of just
Mm-hmm.
the
Um,
number.
Umsur is dressed in basically like a muumuu. Like he does not look dressed for the event. This is a very like event like grand day for the city, and he looks like he kind of rolled out of bed and got on the float. He's just like casually smoking. Uh, and Saluza is just constantly fanning her nose to keep the smoke out of it. She's in this big like feathered gown. It's like 5 feet trailing behind her. She's the way it's like positioned so perfectly looks almost like she's like floating like in place on the floats. They're sort of talking, occasionally waving to particular gnomish and elvish families that are present. And lastly, we have Ruse. She is a goblin of all things. Um, she is basically hanging over the edge of the float, shaking hands, kissing babies. A lot of uh, Noro and Jek would probably recognize her as being like a very active politician in the Undercity. Like she has big rallies. You see her in newspapers. you've probably heard about Vruz. And you probably all notice Undercity residents basically thanking her, or like,
A lot of us have T-shirts that say Vruz for Queen.
yeah, Vruz for Queen, yeah.
I
Like they're
heart bruised.
I heart Vruz, yeah. Like they're like legit. There's like legitimate like political pins on like some families who are like excited to like actually see her in person and like get to like shake her hand and stuff. And you Undercity kids are not the only ones. There is a good amount. Um, approximately like 5,000 ish students are accepted every year. So add on families, and along like in the mix, there is plenty of students, older students, generally speaking. Obviously, there's no freshmen because everyone has ranked up, so to speak. um, Lower classmen typically, so like sophomores and juniors, um, are pretty much the only one present. You all would probably know that seniors have basically a senior thesis, and they go on a very long extra city adventure to accomplish something of note. Um, a lot of them have uh, colored cloaks and clothing and armor, sashes, anything to like distinguish whatever house they're in. So you see a lot of green, a lot of yellow, red, blue. Um, but this is a big flurry of colors, a huge mess of bodies. You all of you basically have to fight your way to get into the actual location. Um, but yeah, you all are looking around. Anything you guys want to look for? Anything you guys want to see?
I'm just gonna say under my breath, I forgot my Vruz pin. God damn.
I think Faye would be really overwhelmed.
Oh
A,
yeah,
at the amount of people,
yeah.
and B, because it's a city.
This is
I think she would find a tree.
this is like Times Square, like 4 times the size of Times Square, and just as dense as Times Square in like the middle of like Christmas or whatever. Like it's busy. There's people moving all around. You're bumping into people constantly. Um, you know, anything from Jecho and Noro?
Um,
Laurel's pretty used to like dense populations and stuff.
Yeah, for you Undercity folk, it is not uncommon to literally have to fight through a crowd of people to like walk down a street. It is
yeah,
extremely
At least
dense.
it smells better down up here.
Oh, it
Jack-
smells so much better. This is the cleanest air you've ever breathed.
Yeah, I feel like Noro would be coughing because he's like part like the Undercity funk is slowly coming out of his lungs.
It's just like clouds of smoke every time he
It's like,
he coughs.
what's that Charlie Brown character that's just constantly making clouds of dust?
Pigpen.
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 Yeah, Jack and Nora are just Pigpen. They're just constantly brushing themselves off. There's like dust and clumps of mud like that have just like appeared on their clothing. You aren't like rolling around in mud puddles, but it's just dirty everywhere down there.
It's like, you know,
always
this
dirty.
And
is
it
when I
doesn't,
left,
and Jack, it doesn't smell like a river of shit. So this is amazing.
See, like where I live, it just smells like must.
Yeah. It,
Like
Just
damp.
it's humid and musty.
if you crack open a
Fucking
fresh thing of mushrooms and just shove your nose in, that's kind of what it just smells like.
it's just like wet earth. It smells like where I live. For you, poor Jack has to smell shit daily.
I feel like Faye has like the opposite effect where it's like she's used to cleaner air.
God, it stinks up here. What the hell's that smell?
I also think that Faith would kind of like be talking under her breath to herself, and like when she saw the Council of Five, like specifically Salusa, she would be like, I wonder if those are chickagriff feathers. And she'd
You
like
can
be
give
like,
me a nature check to try to figure out what kind of feathers they are.
can do that? That's cool. Hang on.
That's how this game
How I just shut up, Ben.
That is how D&D do.
I think I did it.
works. Okay. You don't have advantage for any reason?
Uh
think you do.
I have the little dot next to it. That means I have the
You have proficiency. You don't have advantage. Okay, a
okay, so
9. You are generally unsure. There are enough feathered species cultivated within the city, but considering the whiteness and the length of them, you would probably wager to take an educated bet and say that they are a little bit more exotic than anything that would be harvested in the city. So
okay.
think felled creature from outside the walls
Hmm.
turned into an
Um,
ornament.
I mean, it's just a swan.
It's just a swan. It's actually a god.
You
Actually, a
you
God
say
comet.
that as a
feather.
that you say that as a joke. That's like a thing to do for wealthy people in the city, wearing
She
like,
played a comet. I'm just saying,
oh
like,
yes, this is the kami of River so and so.
Hmm.
I've killed
I
him
wait
and stuffed him,
and mounted his head on my
and that is what we're eating today for dinner. Everyone dig in.
kami meat.
Um, yeah, Jack Noro looking for anything in specific. Um, you all know that there are 5 uh houses for the academy, though you only see 4 colors.
The question where that fifth house is,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
feel like that's where my grandmother was in the fifth house.
Oh, what just happened here? Okay, here we go.
'Cause
Oh, I forgot
The
to start the music.
outcast has been an outcast for a very long time. So it's just wondering, like, why is there?
You all could make a perception or investigation check if you would like.
Let me get my thing and let's do that.
Okay, so I have a silly question. So what should I do? I would do the one that's the highest one, right? That has the highest number next to it?
If I give you an option, generally speaking, it's good to do the best. Yeah,
You
Okay.
said it's either perception or investigation?
correct.
I
God.
think I clicked it.
Oh, there we go. Finally. Uh,
One of us is good at rolling.
Jack, as you are, let me dig in here.
Where is that advantage fucking thing at? Why is it on?
As you are digging through the crowd, you trying to get like there is like a stage at one end of the courtyard closest to like the actual academic building. Um, so as you're like digging through, trying to like get a better view of the stage, moving and avoiding the army of guards that are basically clearing the crowd to make way for the constantly moving float of the most important people in town. Um, oh gosh, hold on. Let me check my notes here because I forgot. Here it is. Oh god. Here we go. Students, what is this? Da, 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 da. Perfect. Thanks, me. You will
Good
rub up
job.
against a pretty gnarled looking half elf. He's got kind of like just a spray of like ginger hair. He's got tattoos on his throat. And most notably, a missing nose.
Oh.
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 Ah, the Voldemort spell.
Yeah, he's got a metal replacement like affixed to his face. There's a bunch of scarring around like the center of
Number
his face
nine.
and
It's the
eyes.
Dr. Doom spell.
He is clad in red colors, but as you're like moving through and you like rub up against him, you accidentally will like push his cloak out of the way and you'll see a flash of purple. As you do, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Let's see.
Let's see. 14, pretty good. Probably not good enough for a junior, but like as your like arm is moving through, you're going to feel like his hand quickly like latch onto your shoulder. Um like seeing that you noticed his like basically a cloak under a cloak, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I'll show you what he looks like. He will look at you and just say, "Don't tell anyone." And he'll quickly move back into the crowd, basically disappearing immediately out of sight.
Might not be like
He'll give you like a cheeky wink and
Reminds me of my grandfather.
he'll give you a cheeky wink and like sneak away, and like as quick as you saw him, he's immediately disappeared into the crowd. He's just like another nameless, faceless head in the hustle and bustle.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Just to clarify, so he was wearing a cloak under a different cloak,
Yes.
and one of them had a different house's
Yeah,
colors.
he was wearing a red cloak. And when Jack had moved past him, he had saw a flash of basically dark purple.
Poppy.
Yeah. Eventually, you all maneuvering through. You'll hear the sound of horns getting everyone's attention. You suddenly notice like the entire crowd collectively turn to slowly face the stage. You will hear a voice amplified by magic. As a burst of fire explodes onto the stage, and a dwarven man. Let's see, where is he? Not
I think Faye
you.
would yell really loudly.
Oh yeah, there's tons of cheers and applause as Baron Glatstouthammer makes his grand entrance. A dwarven man. Let's see, what did I write here? Stout dwarven man, muscled, who is well into their hundreds. His beard is a graying red blonde, adorned with thick gold clasps holding his beard braids. He's often, you see him in like very traditional like wizard gear, although he has a big, thick, belt with this massive buckle that's like sort of like over his belly. You know those like lifting, um, belts that people put on their back? Just flip that around, and that's basically what he's wearing. He'll have his arms extended. There are going to be shouts and claps and applause as he gets onto the stage. His voice booming over the crowd, basically blowing out everyone else's voice by like a mile. He says, "Welcome to the 354th year of the Jecho Adventuring Academy. We are excited for everyone who has had the opportunity to join us here in a long, prestigious line of adventuring. Who's ready to become an adventurer?" You hear students, families, even
Not
the
like the fucking draft.
what happened?
It's like it's the fucking draft. What are you, Uncle Sam? I
Yes,
want you to be an adventurer.
I want you to be an adventurer. Well, yeah, the city does want you to be adventurers.
I want
Um,
you to make us food, please. Help.
we Yeah, he continues, "We welcome all the freshmen and their families to our prestigious, esteemed academy grounds, and we welcome all returning upperclassmen who have made it to the ceremony today. We apologize that there are not more senior adventurers here to uh, make their appearance known, but many of them are off on very important assignments." As he continues, another voice will butt in. Another let's see, where is he? Elion, something, one of those.
Oh, he's cool. He thinks he's cool.
He's a cool guy.
Uh,
So
Yes.
what?
he's got that self-imposed "I'm cool as shit" look.
Yeah. Oh, here it
I
is.
bet he is really cool too.
I bet he's really flashy with his spells.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Probably a sword guy that uses spells as well. I can tell.
Just for
God,
fun.
how did you call me out that fast, Will? I'm pissed.
It's not that hard to spot a
It's just the
spell
vibes.
sword like in front of your face.
Hey, can I pause you? I have to pee so bad.
Oh yeah, it's like halfway through. If we want to take a
Oh,
quick break here, let's do that. Let's
I chugged an
pause.
entire like Stanley of water.
That's not good. All right,
Yeah,
let's
it's time
take
for the
a
bathroom break.
5-minute break. Yep.
I'm sorry.
All right, break.
All right, my break's over. What?
What break? Huh?
What? Break?
Break. Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a fucking spell sword.
It was really easy to tell. Like his little design looks like.
It's the most like Roxas from fucking like Kingdom Hearts you could
Mhm.
possibly be without him being Roxas.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. That wasn't hard to tell.
It wasn't a big deduction. All right. It didn't take a lot of time.
Uh, hmm. Excuse me.
Your excuse.
Thank you.
Maybe.
He's gonna fucking throw a fireball and cut it in half so it deals damage to two people. He's gonna be fucking one of those characters, I can tell.
Hmm? You alright planning out his moveset?
I already fucking know what he does. I already know.
I'm gonna go take two. Fuck it.
When I'm done. We're just on a break because I have to pee. Question.
Comment and concern.
So I got that little ring thing. Do I
Yeah.
add that to my inventory?
Ben will do it for you.
Okay.
Because
I
you're
put.
gonna get yourself a little familiar.
I already picked him out.
Is it a little bird? A little frog?
No, it's a little Tressum.
Is that one of the characters in this game?
No, it's so I found it in Baldur's Gate, and I was like, this is perfect because I wanted a bird, but I also wanted a cat, and it's a cat with wings.
Nice.
I'll need help
My
naming
last
him.
familiar was a pangolin. It was a pangolin butler. Was my last familiar.
So sweet.
He was very much my lord. Your prisoners have escaped. He was adorable. We love Ator. Ator loves us. Actually, Ator hates me. Not gonna lie to you.
It hates me.
Like Ator, fucking hated me. I loved Ator. Ator did not love me.
I really thought that I was gonna randomly have a bugbear at my house
Nope,
because
it's
there
at
was just
mine.
because there was a dead one with you, there was an alive one with Jack. I was like, am I gonna have a bugbear?
Just a baby bugbear.
It's one of my siblings.
I've
Yeah, baby
returned.
bugbear. I have a Kandala's probably at this moment just fucking. She's already added the reagent. She's about to make the thing walk away and dig a hole to put itself in real soon.
Come again?
She's a necromancer, right? Like a white
Oh no,
necromancer.
that
Yeah.
bugbear's coming back to life.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's gonna come back to life and it's gonna go dig a hole and put itself in it.
Oh no, it's not dead.
Oh, you're
I thought it.
yeah. Oh yeah, depending on how they pay or what they do.
Yeah, basically for context, the Rat Clan, um, who is the gang of the Undercity that you would be very intimately aware of.
Yeah,
Like
they
Basic,
know
I
me.
would
your
be.
grandma is allowed to. No,
He would
Noro.
be. Okay.
Noro and Jack would be aware of the Rat clan, although they primarily operate in Seoul. So you being on like the border, basically your grandma is left alone and protected. In exchange, she whenever
Bring him all
they
back to life.
yeah, whenever there's an oopsie.
Oopsie.
They get brought back and sent over there.
Yep. Right back to the ranks. That's why she's
Yeah,
a
no.
just straying closer to a gray necromancer.
I mean, she
I
also does get. I mean, like she gets tribute every once in a while from people. Like she has some money chilling, you know.
Yeah, of
I
course. She's a
and
philanthropist, so
she's a blah, 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 blah,
full
blah.
necromancer, yes.
Nope, that's not where I was going with. Philanthropist.
Philanthropist,
Yes,
yes.
Okay.
she goes around helps people when she can. She also
Some
does bad things when it needs to, because some people need some cleansing.
people need some cleansing.
Listen,
Anyways,
sometimes the best way to fix a family is to remove the rot.
exactly. If you
Okay,
cut your sorry,
Cut off the
no,
dying limb.
go, and then I have a question.
I'll answer your question because we're about to get Mario's back, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Then we're not going. Ask your question.
Okay, so like I know it sounded stupid, but like I could ask a question and be like, "Oh, are those like guinea
Yes.
chicken feathers?" And that could just be a random roll. Like it doesn't have to pertain to like
Yeah,
anything
absolutely.
super
Anything that
important.
is unsureness is where the dice come in. So, like, if you see a chickagriff, I'm not gonna have you roll a nature check to figure out it's a chickagriff, right? You know what a chickagriff is, but Noro and Jack might not be aware what a chickagriff is, so they might have to make a roll.
Copy.
I'm gonna find a non-moldy egg
And
and
if
be
you're
like,
like, oh,
"Holy shit!"
and if
I'm
you're like,
like,
oh, is anyone in the crowd? Do they look like farmers? If that's a question you have, I'll have you make a check for it.
Oh, so I can do that. Be like, "Oh, is
Yes.
there anybody else in the crowd that's like a druid or like that they look like they're from the farmland?"
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Noro spots his other Undercity people very quickly.
Yeah, Undercity people have a look to them and a smell.
I'll look to them and a smell.
Uh-oh, what happened to my notes?
It's a very hard look in the eyes. They just don't give a fuck about other people's feelings.
And Faye gives way
Full,
too much.
ready and willing to slit a throat, usually.
You kind of have to be when you probably get Noro and Jack probably have been jumped more than once.
Oh no! See, that's the nice thing now. Noro no longer gets jumped by anybody because he helps. He
Yeah,
helped out
basic.
the
At least by the Rat Clan,
Rat Clan. The
they
Rat
know
Clan is very very.
they know you're off the list.
They're like, we don't touch him. What? His grandmother was
Random
us,
street thug. If you say what they kind of look like, you'll probably get an ear in the mail.
Yep.
Girls who the mafia.
Yes, they run the they run the entire quarter that I'm from,
Hmm.
and they kind of keep things in order. Like they keep everything in order. Like stuff kind of does. Things go about their way. If there's no police or anything like that where I'm from.
None.
There's no guards. None of that. It's all street justice.
Basically, the only time Noro or Jack have ever interacted with police is probably for like census data.
Pretty much. Like, hey, how many people live in this area? Enough. Okay, cool.
And you,
Bye.
just a side note, can you imagine a census at the Fizzlebottom Float Braid Farm?
They'd be like, how is there 12 of you here? What the fuck are
How
you
is
guys
there 12?
doing?
What do you mean you
There
have
was
12?
6 last time. It's been 1 year.
How did you make 6 more? Oh, you adopted them.
Oh yeah, for reference, everyone is adopted. They're all either
no,
adopted
I
or
remember.
foster
You couldn't.
siblings. But like,
You also have 2 dads, so I think the math ain't mathin'
hey,
on the
magic
Magic
reproduction.
is a
exists.
thing. Magic's a
Magic
word.
exists, and also we have a lesbian
I
egg.
am not adding mpreg to my campaign, so no, magic does not exist for that.
No.
Okay,
It
but
doesn't. It
also,
doesn't. No, you don't get pregnant with it. It just spawns the child in.
That is
like
not
an
how that
egg.
works.
Also, there's a lesbian ant.
That's not how this works. That's not how
There's a
any of
lesbian
this
ant.
works.
Have you ever met a gay couple trying
Is
to have a
is a
child?
spontaneously strong enough gay couple in a
Yeah.
D&D campaign?
And they're also like tiny, teeny little baby guys.
They're little guys, just little pals.
So I feel like the Welch's fizzling spark fake whatever.
Fizzlebottom flint braids. Oh, sorry, the Welches.
No.
My bad. There's a
I feel
lot
like
of
the
Fs.
I feel like that drink is very well known in the Undercity.
Yes, it definitely is, probably because it's the most flavorful thing that isn't
They've had.
poisonous.
Would
Yeah.
you say like Faye probably wouldn't know it
No.
because they make most of their food.
Yeah, and there's not like a supply line. It's like farmers in real life. Like if someone on the farm gets hurt, unless they're dying, you probably just solve it. Like it wouldn't be like uncommon if like, oh, someone broke an arm, they just splint it and call it a day. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to an actual doctor if you're not like immediately about to die.
Yeah, it's funny because if you, I think what I'm gonna do for my character Kandala, since she's been there, the amount of deaths in that city have drastically decreased.
It's
In that
probably
in that
less
quarter.
drastic than you think.
No, in that quarter, like it's like, hey, why is there 50 less dead people this week? Well,
It's
Welch family fizzling wine substitute sweetened non-alcoholic beverage. That's a lot. And that's
yeah.
all on that sign.
No, on the sign is just Welch's Fizzling Non-Alcoholic Beverage Company. Again, in the same size font.
In all the same size font.
It's not like Welch's. It's Welch's Family.
It's all the exact same inflection the entire way through.
Yes,
And
it
then
is.
can we compare that to this is the farm sign?
Welcome to the farm.
Why is there
It was
two
made by
R's?
children.
And that's when I go, yes.
Yeah,
It was made by small babies.
Noro's house is probably the most low key.
Yeah, my house is just like it's a 3-story like walk up, and it's
Yeah.
just it's there's like it's a 3-story house, but there's only 3 rooms.
Yes, exactly. Every room is your grandma sleeps below you because she's like, my fucking knees hurt. I'm not. The
Not going to
kid's
the
doing
top fucking
the kid's
floor.
doing that hike. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, literally. So he got that. And then like the bottom floor is both the living room and the kitchen and her workshop all on the same
Yeah,
floor.
no, it's like one bedroom's worth of space. It is so tiny, and everything happens there.
It's like it's like a 4x6. Every single room is a
Yeah.
4x6, and then the stairs are like a 2x3. It's just enough to get you through, but it's home.
All right, back.
Yay! Welcome back. All right.
I feel like since I've been like I remember my city's very like money how the world works there. Like if you lose something, you can find it. You just gotta have a coin to get it back.
Oh yeah, you and Jack would probably know at least one person to get you something that you shouldn't have.
Oh, Noro has many things that he shouldn't have.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Whereas Faye just knows a
Venereal
lot of people who
diseases.
can grow you food.
Venereal diseases is not the sentence we were going with.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, he might have 1 or 2 of those, but we don't talk about it. Aldama fixed that earlier. She had an ointment. Okay, she had an ointment.
She had an ointment. It's wild.
Noro has to go. I need my ointment, Grandma.
Wait,
It burns.
Why does it burn me?
Why does it burn when I pee?
She was like, I
Why
told
does
you
it
not
hurt
to
when
go.
I pee? Is
She said, I
wild.
told you not to go talk to that pallet elf across the street, didn't I? She's so pretty though.
Stop sticking your dick in goblins.
Not fucking goblins. It's like, but they're so easy to throw around, Grandma.
Oh, what the fuck? Shut the hell. Okay, anyways. Back to
Alright,
the.
I need a drink now.
Hey. Alright, are we all back?
He's
Yeah.
like, you hit him with like, you know you did it before too. Don't do it. He's like, yeah, but I had a medical training first.
Anyways, as the dwarf wraps up with his opening statements, Elion Rosselson, one of those. Don't know why I named him that.
I feel like Russell soon will
Ross-
have like there'll be 2 O's at the end of that.
Yeah, no, it's Russell Sun. I just can't. I just always swap the double O's. He will come out.
That's his actual main angry thing about him when someone calls him Russell soon and he's like, that's not my name.
It's not my name. 10 points for Gryffindor.
10 points deducted from Gryffindor.
Exactly. He will come out. He will spread his arms. More cheers will erupt as he speaks. Once again, his voice penetrating through the crowd. I also forgot to mention, as you all are standing there, there's basically like a magical 3D projection of their faces above them. So, like, no matter where you are in the crowd, you can actually see like who is speaking.
For all the deaf people,
That's
they can read
cool.
lips there.
Sure. He'll walk forward,
Read the giant magical
looking
lips.
over, and he continues basically the opening statements. We look forward to meeting each and every single of the brightest minds that the city has to offer. All of you will make a huge impact on our fight against the outside. We look forward to seeing who and who does not get to join our ranks as official adventurers. As he wraps up with his little spiel. Oh, I lost the people. You will all hear a scream erupt. One of the stage basically being. Hold on, where's the measure tool? So like if you're all in like this area here, right? There's basically a stage here, so to speak. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
One of the towers high above you all, you will hear the scream of Daffy Quarren Napplebapple, um, erupt.
Oh my god, I love that name. I forgot you named her that.
Red apple is great.
Um, a small gnomish woman. You all can see her projection before you can see her body descending at at falling speed towards the stage. She lands basically doing a complete belly flop using all of like the kinetic energy that's like that's accumulated from falling from like 200 feet. Like she's jumped down from a massive death-worthy height, and she just bounces right up to her feet. An owl swoops down and lands on her shoulder, and she says, let's see
Hey,
here.
y'all.
Hey y'all, peace, and dies. She says that this is going to be the most exciting time of all of your young lives. You all will make friends for life, and you're going to all hone your unique skills that will make you the most feared force on this fair continent. Um, as she continues,
And then she
a
passes out.
yeah, she dies. She dies immediately. No, she is
She says, she ends her statement by saying parkour.
parkour. Yeah, there's fanfare. Everyone wearing a green cloak sort of like cheers her on. Like you see a bunch of students raise their hands when she slams onto the stage excitedly. Um, lastly, before your very eyes, uh, Kaladel Avatoris will suddenly pop out of invisibility. Hands behind her back. She's standing like stiff as a board. Older. Let's see. Did I make her a half human? Half elf? That is the wrong person. Hold on. Calarel. F. I think she's just a half elf.
Hey, how'd you find Kandala's old classmate?
It's funny you say that. Um, she will appear. Uh, you all will face many new trials in your time here at the Jecho Adventuring Academy, and we will prepare you for all of them. You all will be facing your first trial this afternoon when you are all selected for your various houses. Let's see.
The sorting hat.
Yes. The house will describe them, but rest assured, it does not define you. I want you to look around. Look at the people next to you. Those are going to be your allies in arms, your party, the people you rely on most when times are tough. And now, finally, after all this time, you guys looking around, seeing each other, please describe what everyone looks like in this moment of chaos and cheering.
Like what we look like?
Yes. Whoever wants to start can go first. If you don't pick, I'm going to start choosing names.
Wait, do you just want us to describe like the
Yeah,
clothes we're
describe what you
wearing?
guys look like in this moment. How are are you excited? Are you just sort of like whatever? It's an opening spiel to a school. Are you shitting your
No,
pants?
Noro has the most deadpan face you've ever seen in your life, just staring up at this.
Jack's kind of bored with the speech. He's just like, I'm
It's
just
it's there's
proudly.
not you can't see any emotion on this man's face. It is just all right.
Well, yeah, like
I
what
think.
does your character look like? I should have mentioned that too, like
Oh,
to
like
the
their face, what
others.
they look like.
Yeah, like their physical appearance.
I'm a slightly tanned pallid elf, so I'm like tall, lanky, pointed ears, white hair. Um,
Black
the
sclera. That's a fun.
yeah, they gotta get the black sclera. I gotta have the black eyes
That's
because
pretty cool.
it's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, and I'm just staring at
Fucking
each of
makes
the
you a nerd.
people that are talking, and I'm just like, when do I get to do some school stuff?
You guys are just over it.
Facts.
We just trekked from the Undercity up here for this. Yeah.
You guys had to
Ja-
take a
Ja-
boat through shit to get up here. Yeah, this is You all been up for
Um,
hours, by the way. This is like the
Like this is like we've been up like I've been up since like 3 a.m. It's 3 p.m. My character is over this shit.
It's not even the first day.
He's just like, give me my goddamn textbook, I'll read it, and then go to bed.
I think
Reads the
uh
entire textbook.
Faith, I think, is like kind of standing towards the back, but like slowly starts walking forward, and she's also like clutching her bag because she's like not used to having this many people, and she really doesn't. She's heard stories about people pickpocketing, and she does not want her stuff taken because she's got a wheel of cheese in there. Um,
You
55
pro-
pounds
you
worth of
probably you
cheese.
probably didn't take the whole wheel. Your parents probably sent you off with just like a wrapped up like chunk. It's still like
Nah,
4 pounds of cheese.
nah, it's still 55 pounds
You
in
know
that
what?
little fucking
I'll leave
sachet.
it up to Faye. Did Faye take 55 pounds of cheese? Can she even carry anything other than just the cheese?
I think she has individual packets of cheese. Like she snuck more in when Finley and Burma
They're
were
all
when
eating
they
just
it.
when they
one
were
pound.
when they were
They're all like
cleaning up.
1 pound slices of cheese, each of them.
Yeah, you
And she just like really likes cheese.
you have
But I think
pocket
she's
cheese. You got breast pocket
well,
cheese.
she has
Pocket
like
snack cheese.
That's a
because
lot of
Faye
cheese.
has she loves cheese. Faye has like she wears like she has pants on because she was journeying and but she like goes between pants and like a skirt and then she has like a belt that has different things hanging off of it and there's a pouch on there and that pouch also has cheese in it
Oh my
as well as
god.
her like
It's
her
Fun
backpack.
just
fact:
there's
Faith is going to be the one that creates Baby Bell cheese in this world. Fun fact.
she has cheese in the bag full of rocks of that her siblings gave her. She's not sure which one
Not
is
Little
the
cheese or which one's
noses.
not
rock
the
anymore.
rock cheese.
No, it's like a hard cheese. It's like a parm.
Okay. It's crumbly cheese.
Yeah. It's not a melty cheese. It might get a little
I think like
soft, a little oily.
Faye also, unlike Jack and Noro, is like she was really nervous at first, but I think she's like super excited. And like a little bit like bouncing. Like she's so excited that she's like a ball of excited energy and is like bouncing back and forth between her feet. Like excited to get in.
Also, I think Noro's heard a lot of stories about the academy from his grandmother at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh
So
yeah,
he's like,
tons.
there's not much that he's like that's unexpected for him when he's here right now.
That's fair. Yeah,
So
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's
I think
looking. He's like, I know I've heard that name before. Why do I know that name? When Calera Aventurus is talking to him, he's like, I know that person. I don't know who that is yet. Give
yeah,
me a second.
Faye
I'll think
is
on it.
like looking around because she's like everything here is new, both the academy and then like the city and all of the people. So she's just like excited, overwhelmed, but very excited.
Overwhelmed and excited at the same time. Nice job.
No, she is actually just a human. A sharp, tan-skinned woman with graying short hair tied back painfully neat. Her face is scarred with age. With a scar running down from her cheek all the way through her neck and presumably across her chest. In very tight purple attire. Anyways, Jack, what are you looking like right now?
Jack right now is just staying there looking around the crowd. He is also tall. And he is completely bored and it's just like I'm just here to study the alchemy. I don't really care for the rest of this.
Fair enough.
He's just waiting for the speech to be over so he can finally go to
He's trying to
school.
find the lab already. He's like, let me
Yeah,
hop in here real quick.
yeah. He's trying to get in the school. He's just waiting for this to finish to
The
get in the
academic
school.
building behind the
Yeah,
announcers.
yeah.
Exactly.
He's
Noro's looking
calling
at like
you.
he's like, I just want to grab the freaking book so I can make my stuff already. Go.
I
I
already know
got
what I'm
I
doing.
got a lot of research and not much time. I need to hurry us up.
She's like, I gotta cure cancer in 3 months. Talk to me nicely. Let's go.
Talk to me.
Alchemy cancer needs to be cured today.
Alchemic cancer needs to be solved yesterday. Let's
Jack how he's looking right now. Like if someone were to stare at him, he would just look. He has almost a blank expression, almost kind of like a well, how would you call that kind of expression?
Uninterested?
So uninterested,
Unassuming?
bored.
No, I thought you had the deer in headlights look.
Yeah, kind of.
Wide eyed.
But yeah, that's Jack. He's just staying there. He's also got his little hat on him too.
Is a
He has a
hat?
hat. Yeah.
See what kind of hat is it? One
Give me a
question.
second.
Designed by his uncle himself.
I know I put it in the character
It
sheet.
had
I just don't
3
remember
gadgets attached
what
to
it's
it.
called. Na, 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 na. Where the fuck is it? There it is.
Hold on, do you have a proper name? I'm gonna look up this hat.
It has a proper hat name. Hang on.
Waiting.
An older ivy cap.
Ivy cap. Let's
Yep.
see here. Ah, I see.
Share it with the class.
Yep.
Is it like a tighter, more modern version, or like one of those looser ones from like newspaper boys?
I would say probably.
Oh, I know
Newspaper boy.
I would
those.
say it's a little bit older, but it's a little bit stitched up because it did have some wear.
Fair enough.
So
Like a Peaky Blinders hat.
His
kind of,
grandfather
yeah.
used to wear
Yep.
it. That's why he has.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
the family hat. It's been in his family for 55 years. You don't have money
His
for a new
grandfather
hat.
wore it. His
Yeah.
No. They have money for it with all
Oh, sorry.
We
The
have the money. We just don't.
They
We
just
don't
refuse
buy
to get
more.
rid of it.
They spend it on alcohol.
Exactly.
No, they
More
spend it on
alcohol and more
it's
sugar.
called reagents.
it's called reagents. It's meant for science. Maybe you could
We
try
just
it
happen to
sometime.
drink it. Question.
Answer?
I don't know if this would be like a role thing, but you only showed 4 of the housemasters.
Oh yeah, I'm not done.
Okay.
The
Okay.
5th house has not been announced yet.
I have not. As you all are taking in each other's like expressions, like you're like 3 alone students. You like
Are
everyone
we
else.
near each other?
Yeah, you're all standing right next to each other.
Oh, okay.
You're all looking at each other like,
Wait.
hi.
I look
Wait,
over
I
at
think
the excited farm girl like,
Yeah,
all right.
Faye is
I
like
think
beaming.
Faye would be like, "Hi, my name is Faith. What is your guys' name? I'm from the farmlands," and she could like go into her whole story and just like try to get theirs.
Nora with Jack
And then
don't
she'd be
say
like, "Do you
shit.
want to be my friend?"
Jack just looks at her and be like, "Sure, I don't mind being your friend." Like, at least tries to be polite, seeing how overly excited she is, and like he puts her cap to
Don't
her.
kill the happiness.
Noro is trying to channel his grandmother in this moment. Philanthropy. It's just so, like,
You look
nice
at
to
you
be-
look
nice
at
to
wait, hold on, Faye, give me an insight check real quick if you could.
Hang on. You said insight?
Yeah, insight check.
Oh no.
21. You look at Noro and like he's looking at you, but you can tell he's not paying a single bit of attention. He's just philanthropy. I'm not gonna learn
I
the
think
name of her farm.
I
No.
think
All he got is Fizzlebottom. Nothing else.
only
Stop.
half of her last name.
No, he didn't even get his first name. She's
It was
just
the
Fizzlebottom.
last. Yeah.
I think that she would like because she knows that he's like not actually paying attention, she wouldn't push it because she doesn't have very many friends and she does not want to ruin it. This
All
early.
he got out of her entire 5.5-minute introduction was Fizzlebottom.
Yeah, Faye would like make a mental note and be like, "Okay, this one we're gonna follow back up and we're going to ask him to be our friend
Follow
again.
back
Maybe if we
up.
bring him a gift,
Hi, I'm following up on the email I wrote you
We're
previously.
gonna bring him some cheese.
we're gonna bring him some cheese."
I'm just following
You
up on
know
the email I sent
that
earlier.
that low key might actually get Naro to talk to you simply because he has not had like fresh fruit in a while.
Noro's
He's
freshest
gonna be
food
obsessed with
is week old brat skewer. Like
It's called rat jerky. Get it straight, okay?
it is when
Rat
it's you know
jerky is
like you know
wild.
at like a gas station when you see like the lone hot dog that's been there for way too long.
Oh, that's so,
Yes, we have those at work too.
That's basically the rat jerky. It's just been
Ugh.
rat that's been on like the same skewer roasting on at the same fire for like a week that no one bought because they didn't want it the first day. And then
they're actually rat lizard hybrids because it's so wet.
it's actually a brat. Hold on,
The
where's
bat rat.
Yeah, bat rats. Where are they?
Oh
Domestic
no,
bees.
we've crossbred. It's crazy.
Rats.
There they are.
Look how
Yeah.
cute they are. Look at their little balls.
I'm pretty sure
Those are
Noro
some
probably has
giant
one of
balls.
those as a pet. Most likely, not gonna hold you.
Why does it have
Wait.
giant balls at the end there?
Have you
Yeah, I can
seen
tell. I would never see it.
rodent testicles compared to their size? It's crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Anyways.
You know,
Also,
that's fair.
I am also pretty sure Noro has one of those as a pet when he was down there, just because.
Yeah, you had what was his
Okay, so
name?
Noro can have a pet rat, but I can't have a rat army.
No. He has one, and it does nothing for him, but he talks to it.
And it doesn't stay in a cage. It's just like, oh, this guy gives me food
Just
sometimes.
shows up.
He literally flies around. He'll show up at like on like the little slants in his door. He'll come through it, and he'll squeak a little bit, and Noro will give him a piece of like fucking mushroom.
Rat turkey.
No,
The
Well, probably,
brats would eat brat jerky.
they do eat. Yeah, they would.
You know how like
That's true,
chickens
they
love
tend to do.
chicken? Yeah.
It's very,
Yeah.
very
Calo-
disgusting.
Calorel, like
Very
as you're all
true.
like introducing each as you're like meeting each other for like the first times at like Calorel's words, she's going to like finish her little spiel. The strongest steel is made out of many metals, and the strongest parties are those made with a melding of the houses. As she finishes that up, there is going to be a holy fire explosion in the middle of the stage as um,
Whoosh.
Baron and Baron, Daffy Quarren and Elion all like sort of like wince away from like the burst of light. All of your eyes are like, oh, it's a bright day, and a lot of you are underdwellers. It's bright. You're like, oh, my eyes hurt. This is like
What
if
you're gonna
you're
hear is Noro. I have dark vision. You.
ah, my eyes, my eyes. It's that SpongeBob when
I
King
think
Neptune takes his crown off.
Bold.
I think
My
Faye would
eye.
be like Faye would turn and be like, you know, it gets bright on the farm, but not this bright. Is this normal in the city?
Probably. Just,
Um,
I don't know.
Natia Bright, a very beautifully decorated tiefling, equally covered in scars. She has a big mantle of beautiful horns adorning her head. She is in very matronly clothing, sort of like a mustardy yellow to the sort of complement her skin. Um, she is a tiefling. Let's see. She will finally excitedly like raise up her arms, wings of holy fire extending out from her back that are like each 12 feet long. Like she's like the biggest presence on the stage by like a metric mile. And
Can you lower the brightness? My eyes.
she will
I'm squinting and I'm still blind. Please.
she will just
Faye would
proudly
just like cover your
announce,
eyes.
welcome to the Jecho Adventuring Academy. Her voice booming, everyone cheers. Then
It got brighter for some reason.
yeah, the sun intensifies. Noro,
It's
you're
gonna
just
turn around
there's
at this
just a
point.
there's a river of sweat just running down your back.
At this point, Noro just rotates and turns around to save his retinas.
The headmasters, Baron Calorel, Defi Quarren, Elia, Natia, Baron will call out "Lifeblood," and you'll see a bunch of students in red cloaks all raise their fist and scream back, "Lifeblood forever!"
That's aggressive.
Elion, the human, dressed in blue and thick shoulder pads of armor, and he'll look out and he'll point to like the crowd. Tenor, represent! And you hear a bunch of cheering of students in blue clothes. Daffy Quarren will like put her hand up to her ear. I don't hear Ender, and everyone in green what's it called? Robes start stamping their feet, like making as much noise as possible. Like you see a bunch of like noisemakers come out of sleeves suddenly to like make the most like roarous.
Mystically, there's magical kazoos.
Yeah, you know those things that you spin that make a crap ton of noise.
Oh God, no!
Yeah. You're getting assaulted visually and auditorily.
Noro's having a slight breakdown at this point.
He's having an autistic meltdown.
He is from a fucking quiet ass cave. It's just death all around him.
Caladorel will just say, "Make yourselves known, Covet," and you will all see a bunch of colored cloaks flap up into the wind as like a fifth of the students, basically all whip off their like disguises, and there's suddenly just a bunch of purple dressed students mingling about, having made their way through ever so stealthily. And finally, Inatia. Oh God, what the hell? What? Gaiety, that's the one. She will point out, "Gaiety, please make yourselves known." You have a bunch of cheering. Finally,
Murder again.
yeah, it's more murder. Covet was the most low key. It was.
Somehow there's even more like that's. I don't know how she spawned in a son, but she did.
Whoa, it's like she's a high level cleric or something. Finally, Calorel being sort of piping up during like the commotion, all the students trying to make like as much noise for their house as possible, like forming clusters of color. She will quickly call out over the crowd and say, "I'm very sorry, but for the parents that have escorted their future adventurers to the school, please make your way out of the academy. We are now going to open this year with the Academy Games. Everyone, please make your way down to the Academy Stadium." Yeah, exactly.
I think Faith would turn to Noro and Jack and be like, "There's gonna be games?"
Yeah.
Noro knowing what the games are, I imagine. Because,
yeah, the game, like the Academy Games. Basically, there are trials that you have to do as students.
Just go. Not that fun, Faith. Not that fun.
It's like a sporting event, basically.
I just look at her and be like, "You never heard of the games?"
Are you
I
lying?
think she would be like, I thought they were trials. Is this like before the trials? Do we play like cards or
is Jack lying right now?
No.
Faye, can you make another insight check for me? Nat 20.
Fucking Nat 20. She can read. She reads this man Jack like a book.
Jack's being honest, but unfortunately, you realize there's no card games.
I think she'd be really upset.
Noro goes, "The games are the trials."
Like, oh.
And then she'd be like, "Oh,
yeah."
Basically,
so no game?
Like for out of character, the trials are for like school, and games are basically for like show.
Yeah.
Noro
No, I know.
Noro moves his backpack and pulls out a deck of cards. I didn't say that. And puts it back in.
And then I think
Faye
would grab Faye would grab like some sort of food out of her bag and offer it to them and be like, "Do you guys want food before we go in?"
Do you want some cheese?
You want some cheese?
It was made on the Moon Blossom farm. They're really good people.
Noro's gonna grab it and just slowly nibble like some good fucking cheese.
There's I don't know why now that we got an obsession with cheese, there's only one soundbite that's come in my head about cheese. And it's from fucking Gary's mod. You know which one I'm talking about.
I think I do.
The one where he says, "I dream about cheese."
Cheese, Gromit.
Gromit, we have to get to the cheese, Gromit.
Yeah, there's a brief moment where the headmasters on stage basically kind of reconvene with each other, sort of walk back into the academic building or wherever they appeared from. There's probably some hidden passageways so they aren't flooded by students or parents or whatever. A lot of goodbyes are exchanged. Students who are alone sort of start making their way. Basically, it's like a secondary level, a little bit beneath the academy. To the stadium. You all can make your way there. It's a general flow of people, so it's kind of like entering a sports event. There's not like a line, right? It's kind of just like like an old coliseum where there's like a big door that everyone just sort of floods in. You all make your way up. tons and tons and tons of seating. There's a higher wall around the entire stadium where, like, anyone want to give me a perception check?
I
Anyone?
have to find my character sheet. Hold on.
Got started.
I can do
Oh,
one.
very nice. Very nice.
Un momento, por
I have one
favor.
in there, it's just hidden.
I see. 22, 22, and 10.
Hey.
Damn. Yeah.
Perceptive bunch we are.
Faye, I mean, all of you, it's not like they're hiding, but as you, like, take the seat a little awkwardly, you do see, a number of what looks like possibly professors, sort of convening along with the, leadership of the city. So you see, basically, there's like a, uh, like actual sports stadium, how there's like the higher areas that have like food and drink.
Boxes.
Yeah. There's basically that, like on like the upper wall, where there's basically like a welcome party for wealthier families, professors, headmasters, people of the state, all sort of like mingle. Um, they need funding.
Funding.
You all take your seats. The stadium, beneath you is basically just one large sand pit. There's students lining basically every seat. Older students are sitting usually further back, just because younger students are probably going to get more out of the opening games than older students. Um, yeah, anything you guys looking at? Um,
I think Faith, I know we were talking about this earlier, she would look around to see if there's anybody who looks like they would be from the farmlands or like a druid.
You can give me, what type of check would that be? I don't need the brat page open. Close that.
Girl summer.
You can give me,
Always need the brat page open. What are you talking about?
let's say, either perception, investigation. Yeah, I think those are the only really two applicable ones.
That was
11.
11.
That's not bad. Yeah, you probably would. What I'll ask this because druids in this setting are a little bit ostracized against, especially from the farmland. What are you making it obvious that you are from that? Your parents did basically hook you up with not farmer clothes.
Would she know that they're ostracized?
Wearing
Yes,
Yeah, right?
clothes of your
absolutely.
husband.
Um, I think she wouldn't be like super, super secretive of it, but also at the same time, she wouldn't be outwardly being like, hey, I live on a farm and I'm a druid.
So what does that sort
Even
of
though she,
look like?
like, what do you mean? Like, what is she wearing? You
Yeah,
mean, or how is she hiding that?
yeah, how is she
I think,
hiding that? That might be a better way to answer the question.
um, I think one big thing is, she normally has her like sickle that she uses in the farm
Hmm.
that she would probably have stowed away in her bag so that it's not like a little
Understood.
obvious. Um, I don't know. She probably just tried to look like her, like the almost like her Aunt Ellen would, because she's not a farmer. She works in an apothecary, so
Hmm.
she'd kind of try to be like, what would Aunt Ellie do if she were in the town?
Gotcha.
She's got brand
Plant
new
some
pants on.
plant some poisonous flowers and see what happens.
Yeah. You all take your seats. A large kind of circle-ish pit in the middle. It's kind of oblong. The party going on the upper wall. Students filling in. There's big, massive braziers. Let's go with 5, but I couldn't find a map with 5. Um, all lit. Each of the fires a different color. Uh, yellow, green, blue, red, and purple, all burning on the edges, like above you as you make your way in. You take your seats, and as that happens, um, and as everyone's like getting settled, there's like a brief moment. Yeah, Faye, you're able to look around. You probably can spot a few kids who are maybe uh with an 11. I'm probably gonna say you probably can spot them either because they're very obviously like farm kids, or
Mhm.
they are sort of like you know what a farm kid looks like. They're probably just trying to pretend that they aren't.
Yeah.
So there's only like two options of like they're like in
You can
overalls
spot
and
the farmer
shirtless.
tan.
Yeah, she can spot the farmer tan exactly. She's like, damn, that guy's neck is so tan. Um, yeah.
She was like, "Oh my god, is that a chicken griff?" No, no, she doesn't actually do that.
um, as everyone gets settled, there is an announcement basically like welcome to the 354th year of the Jecho Adventuring Academy. Let's get these games underway. Can I hear it from the audience? And there's like an announcer, there's like an announcer booth where you see like basically like student volunteers who are announcing like the games, quote unquote. Um looking down, um they're going to, as they like gesture once again, like their figures being projected magically above them, so like you could see like the announcers. um they're going to say, in this corner we have Brawn and Bone. Let's hear it up for the junior classmen who are going to be facing off against Die Laughing, the clowns of carnage.
Mm, the clowns of carnage.
I
the
got my money on the clowns.
the
Scary.
The objective is very simple, folks. All they have to do is be the only ones touching the pillars. If they can figure that out, the game is over and the victor is declared. But they're going to have to fight against the other students. So let's see what happens. My throat. Um yeah, you see two groups of students walk out from basically like bleachers, or like dugouts, I should say. You see Brawn and Bone, and you see a familiar face, Jack. Ren Pren is present amongst the group. You also see Genrith Thunder. How do you say that name? Genras. There we go. Broad, Shala Kabaros, and Sarad Nadun.
What are
Um,
they called again?
this is
Brawn and
this is
Bone?
Brawn and Bone. They all make their way out. Each of them gets a little announcement from the announcers. The projection of them slowly starts to fade away, and there's basically another projection above the what's it called, the pit, where like the students are like highlighted one by one as like they call out their names. Um, Brawn and Bone gets a much less fancy introduction compared to Die Laughing, who all get their quote unquote clown names. Finia Bobo!
Oh no, Bobo or Boo Boo? Because I
Boo
went for
Boo, my
Boo
bad.
Boo.
Boo.
Finia Boo Boo. Uh,
Fucking Drew.
Joyrel Tickles.
Oh baby, I'm liking these
Palama
names.
Popsy, we got Piffrey Squeaks, and of course, the one, the only Velvet Vaughn.
Oh,
Please.
that is some serious hair.
That that those are feathers.
No,
The
that's a headdress.
Brawn
That's
and
what it
Bone
is.
basically walks out very like like game time ready. They're like stretching, shaking themselves out, like ready for a fight. The clowns all are like doing backflips and cartwheels and like reverse hand crab walks out to the field. Some of them you see Velvet Von Vo pogoing on her longsword. Out to like the starting areas. The students like get ready, um and the announcer once again, like, who's ready to see a brutal fight? The students cheer, and the fight begins. The students rush forward. You see, what are their names here? Popsy and Boo Boo rush to the north pillar, basically the furthest one from you guys. um where Ashala and Generous both move in to intercept. You see spells being flung, swords being thrashed. Uh, Ashala gets her hand on the pillar that's immediately shot with an arrow from Palama locking her hand to it. but like she's like half disarmed, but at least she's touching the objective, and she's trying to fight off Boo Boo as Genras moves into intercept. On the south pillar, the closer one to you, you see larger groups of students. You see Ren Pren, Jack, your quickly made acquaintance, Broad and Sarad basically all move in formation. Ren Pren kind of keeping a distance, a crossbow in hand. The other members of Die Laughing, Squeaks, Tickles, and Velvet all moving in to melee them. It seems like a generally fair fight. They take 2-on-1, 1-on-2, trade blows, and hold on, I'll just move you to the layer here. Give me a sec. Let's see. Move to that. Move to this.
Wait, are we supposed to be on a different map than the?
I'll move you over right quick. Give me
He's like,
espera un
calm
momento.
down.
Yeah, I'm not adjusting anything right quick. Don't worry about it. Shut the fuck up, Mario.
I just see the school. I didn't see anything. So let me adjust things. I'm like, what the fuck are you adjusting?
Okay, hold on. How do I move you guys here? Settings? Nope. Let's go away. I don't need these. Can I just do this? By like going, where'd that go? Here we go. Figured it out. You guys can put yourselves anywhere in that little blue box if you can see it.
Where's the blue box?
Bottom,
oh, right there, I
yeah.
see it. Okay. Me, I'll put myself right about here.
Perfect.
How do we do that?
You just go to your player character and then just
Yeah.
drag the name out, and you should be able to put it anywhere.
So the right hand side, click on the book on the top, like the one full
Yeah.
of
Oh,
and then
did it.
drag it. Yep, there you go.
Yippee!
I'm good at this, guys.
We'll wait for Noro.
You're a pro.
The pro.
Thanks.
Now we're just waiting for
I'm coming.
Noro.
I'm coming. Hold on. I'm trying to get rid of shit.
Okay, I just
Keep you in your pants, sir.
Benjamin,
Yeah.
Pants.
for my own clarity, can you put all of the like even if it's just the box where the pillars are?
Where
They
the fuck
should
are
be visible.
I just see the two, right?
Yeah, there's just two.
Oh, okay. There's not more. Okay.
What are you guys waiting for me for? Is my question.
Putting
To put
yourself
your
in the box.
character
Where
inside
is
the
the
little
box?
box.
In the
There's the
box.
box.
I
I
want you
couldn't find the box.
I want you to put yourself in a box. Just imagine a calm,
Okay.
relaxing
God.
box.
My nemesis is over there.
You don't know him.
Savannah's nemesis is over there. Sorry, I saw green and I was like starving.
You're in your random nemesis.
Anyways,
Soon to be MCs.
You just see me and Faith just nibbling on cheese.
yeah,
Yeah, you're instantly best buds.
we love cheese.
Over the hard cheese that you got, yeah, we're Noro sees you in favorable light now.
You will be spared.
Your name is still Fizzlebottom, but
I won't learn your first name. It's not important.
Maybe one day.
when you talk some more, he'll actually get half the conversation, not just
Maybe
the
he'll
last.
get my first name and maybe the
Whoa.
second
No,
half of my last
no, he
name.
might get Flint Braid next.
Copy.
He will forget the first part. You're just
So
moving.
is it,
You're just moving from Fizzlebottle to Flint Braid. It's just a 50-50 on what your name is that day.
It's either or at this point. Yeah, so if he ever has to call you Faith, something is drastically wrong. Something has death is approaching.
You need to check on him. Yeah, speaking of fire randomly appearing in the stage, you do see spells and magical attacks, arrows flying by, all bouncing off a magical wall, encircling the students here. The action is highlighted with again, one of those magical projections, basically like what are those things called in stadiums?
Jumbotron?
Jumbotron. Yeah, it's basically a magical Jumbotron. Exactly. The announcers continue to call out like, "Ooh, a gnarly blow on Popsy." She's gonna be feeling that one in the morning, folks.
Somebody get the healer.
They're gonna need a healer for that one. Brutal.
Anybody had any more of that ointment?
Yeah, the students around you are all cheering. You see the stadium is absolutely packed with freshmen, older students. Would anyone like to give me a perception check?
Perception.
Was that a 20 from Faye, did I see? Or was that a different thing?
Yeah. It
Gotcha.
was a
20,
dirty 20.
20 and 24. Okay. As the fighting commences, spells flying, shooting going wild, missing rapidly. You, Faye, and Noro both feel a shake. There is obviously a lot of rumbling, and from the stands, this other students, the other members who are
It's the
attending.
cheese. That's why we can see it. It's the cheese.
You feel basically you feel the ground shake. And it does not seem to. It seems to be not connected to the events.
Oh,
You can sort of tell that it originates from outside the Coliseum.
Yes.
I think Faye would kind of turn to Noro and be like, "Is that shaking normal for the city?
There hasn't been an earthquake in years, so no.
Should we be concerned?"
Eh.
I think she'd kind of just take Noro at his word and be like, "Okay."
Everyone can give me a nature check as well.
Give it a minute. We'll find out.
18, 19, okay. 20? What the fuck? I expected no one to do well on this.
You do know I have
Well.
advantage, and I'm like proficient in nature.
That is true.
I mean, Ben, you were there when I made Noro. Anything that has to do with figuring shit out, he's good at.
I know. Don't remind me. I'm not thrilled about it either.
He can't talk to anybody, but he's Sheldon Cooper.
This as the fighting continue, as dust is kicked up, as blood is spilled, as students are slowly wearing away their hit points, beating each other, more fighting goes on. Students try to get to the pillars, are ripped off, are punched, bloodied, shot with arrows. The die laughing are trying to hold it down. They seem to be slowly getting an advantage over Brawn and Bone, but all of you, because none of you failed for some reason, notice an unnatural amount of dust start to fill the air. The Jumbotron projection, basically it's clouded up. It's way more visible than it probably should be. And slowly, your vision starts to get consumed with the incoming clouds. Faye, especially you, considering you are someone familiar with the farmlands, you have seen it become dusty in the drier months of the year, especially if there's a drought. But you've never seen something like this. All of you this time feel the rumble, and it is strong enough this time that without any perception checks, all of you feel it, including all of the other students. Suddenly there is a wave of panic that's
That's now we should worry.
Yes, before it was like, what was that? Now it's like, what was that?
Yep.
That was remove yourself from the mountain now.
the fighting sort of dies down as people are knocked off of their feet. Obviously, there isn't, or at least not to any of their knowledge, someone casting a spell that could potentially level part of the city.
Fucking commie sponsored.
It's funny you say that.
You thought I didn't see it coming, bro? Come on.
Yeah, that's fair. Basically reverse sinking out of the ground, the dust of the that's slowly been covering the stadium, that has been moving in droves, being kicked up, is all being formed in as suddenly
Fuck's a commie.
Does that little dude have a hat that's next to us?
That's not a cat.
No, I said, does it have a hat?
No, it doesn't have a hat.
It looks like it has a
Like
hat.
that. Where do you guys see the hat?
Right
Yeah.
here.
What
Right there.
what hat are you talking about?
I don't
It looks like it has a. It's wearing like a fucking. What
Right
the what's the
like a
there.
word? Yeah.
fedora.
You
No,
see
like
it?
yeah, like a fedora or like a like the sun hats.
I'm not gonna lie, I can see it as his actual face, so
I
my
can
mind can't
I
project
I
it.
literally
Oh,
cannot
I wasn't zoomed in enough. Now, as I zoom in, I can see that's his little face.
Oh, he's not. I'm not zoomed in at all. That's why I'm like, it's a fucking hat.
Oh well, that's why I was confused as fuck. Because I clearly see it.
Do we see the little dudes next to us? The not so
Yes.
little
Yeah,
little dudes
I
next
was
to us?
getting
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's gonna happen. Suddenly forming itself in the center of the field, wave of screams and panic as people quickly move and dart to get out of the Coliseum. A full-fledged kami appears. Um, Dust swirling around it. The students in the middle of the pit, uh, suddenly dropping all pretense of the opening games and immediately go into attack mode, assisting each other, throwing each other at the problem, trying to get like a wrangle on it immediately. You see casters and mages and fighters leap down from the top areas where basically the partying was going, moving in to intercept this thing as it suddenly dashes through, destroying an entire part of the stadium. In one fell swoop, there's a giant wave of screams. You see bodies flying as it plows through students and infrastructure on the other side. Students, professors, headmasters, all course correct. Some of them are moving in to save and protect the nobility. Some of them are moving in to save the members of government. Students, especially older students who are situated at the back, start moving, trying to get a hold on this thing. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Whoa.
Time to fight, baby.
How?
Select your
Can I just
token.
hit initiative?
Yeah.
No,
So
select your
if
token first. So like click on so you see like the boxes around you.
Sure.
Oh,
2021.
does not roll below a fucking 20.
Okay. Where?
if it makes it easier for you, Savannah,
Yeah.
literally on your character sheet, do you see armor class?
Yeah.
You little
Do I
guy.
just hit that
Directly next to
initiative?
it. Yep. Click
Okay,
on
I'm
the
not
actual
gonna
name
hold
initiative.
you.
I did it, and I got a 10.
Do you
I'm
There you
remember
go.
that
Thank
chibi
you.
version of Baron?
Mm-hmm.
Baron?
Ben?
Baron? Oh yes, I do.
Yeah, that's what these guys are.
Thankfully, they don't have great initiative rolls. Fantastic.
So with initiative, the higher the better, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
The higher the first
that's
go.
always the rule for
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons. Higher is always better. Um,
Unless
Piles of dust moving in from the main kami, who's now wreaking havoc on the town. Sirens are blaring as as many adventurer get to their feet. Um, like even behind you, you see magical wings of students flying in, spells being hurled at the beast that's starting to rampage its way through the rest of the city. Smaller piles of dust start to formulate into bodies of smaller versions of said kami.
Hold on, real quick. Faith turns to Noro and Jack and goes, "Is this the trials?"
And I look at her. No.
It is not a surprise round, so that means Jack, you're up first. Let me
Yeah.
open up all your
we all did feel the bullshit appearing before.
That is true. Actually, Jack's the only one that missed it, but these aren't exactly stealthy creatures, so
So
I'm
big boys.
It's okay. It's not like they surprised attacked us immediately.
yeah,
So, I
not
mean,
not
hey,
immediately, not yet.
no.
Not yet is the sentence.
Let me see here. I have to remember what I have. I got core staffs and I got dagger. Let's go with. I don't remember what
You have
half my shit is.
You have all this stuff on your. You don't have any spells.
No. What the fuck happened? I remember putting spells last time.
I can't help you there.
Son of a bitch.
I don't even know what the fuck. You're an artificer?
Yeah.
D&D Beyond. Let's see here.
Okay, for reference, do these guys count as animals slash beasts?
No.
Okay.
No.
Mm-mm.
They count probably more like elementals, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, closer to elementals.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to use like animal friendship or beast bond.
No.
That'll definitely not work.
Okay, well there
Before
goes
she
my
has
plan.
her own sport, she has her own swarm of fucking animals.
She's trying to get a red army. She did say she wanted a
You know,
red
I'll
army.
settle for a commie army.
Call me.
Hold
This
on.
fucking Mr.
Spell
Call my
today.
character Mr. Popo. Call
Oh, they
me.
do have cantrips. You will have cantrips.
Okay.
Here's Firebolt, I guess. What do you want?
Firebolto.
Um,
There's a bunch of stuff.
let me see here. Can you send me a link to that real quick?
Yeah,
Probably take a look.
brother.
Just take the link, brother, and send it to me. That's all you
I,
gotta
I
do.
know it's on D&D Beyond though. Like it's a personalized link. I can't send it to you.
Fuck you, D&D Beyond. Anyways, fuck.
Artificer spell list 5e. This is here we go. Here's a link. Where are you? Where?
I literally just picked it up, but I'm gonna hit him with a bunch of gibberish.
I wouldn't. I
Uh,
would just figure out a cantrip for this fight.
I have a silly question.
I have a
Do I
silly
have to
answer.
have spells prepared?
Yes. I'll let you do that now, considering it's the first. You have a number. I put it somewhere on your sheet. Yeah, you
I
can
think it's
you can
5.
prepare 5.
Needs to do. I have
let's
five
see.
prepared spells, but I only cast 2 of them, right?
Yes, you have them already selected.
Let me
Yeah,
see
I did that
my
already.
character
Yeah, I'm
sheet.
sure.
See if I can search these up real quick. Cantrips. Nope. Stop it, please. Okay. There's just a random one there now, but all right. Let's do fireball. Let's see. Fireball, frostbite, and is it up to 3?
I think you get 2. You get 2.
Okay.
You get 1. Fuck you.
You get 1. Fuck you.
Are
Anyways,
you going with Firebolt and Frostbite?
yeah, we're gonna go with those 2 for now.
Very nice.
What is this? Evocation. Hold on, wait, stop, Mario.
Oh, my bad.
Fucking clicker.
Listen, hey,
60
hey,
feet.
hey. That's really harsh.
That's not what I said.
Verbal somatic, no material. It's not concentration. Instantaneous. Spellcasting. Spell. Output. Attack roll. Is it an attack roll? I think. Sure. None. It is
Why would I want healing word
1d6.
when cure wounds are better?
Cold. Because one's at range and one's touch.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Con save effect. Disadvantage on next weapon attack. And copy.
I'm assuming
And
cure wounds is the touch one.
yes.
So beast bond wouldn't work because they're not beasts.
There we go. Okay, that works.
Also, they're not
Yeah,
friendly,
no.
so never mind.
Woo!
They want to kill us. They don't like us very much.
All right, and then let me see how far I am
This is
from
not
this one
this
up
is not
here.
the owlbear that was like.
I will also say, given the situation that there are many students coming in to deal with this issue, this is not a you have to kill them all situation. You guys just need to survive
Make
6
an
rounds,
impact.
basically. Yeah, make an
Okay.
impact.
Fair enough. I guess if technically, probably this bottom one would be more of a threat if I think about it, because this top one could be distracted by that second group there, seeing all the people. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of stand like move myself right here, and let's go ahead and cast Firebolt on the south one down here.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Sounds
so
good. Let's see that attack roll.
I'm gonna do that.
10.
Sup.
That is unfortunately a miss.
Nice.
Great way to start combat, baby. All right.
All right, baby.
Anything else? I don't think you have much at level
No,
1.
no, that's really it. I don't have any bonus actions or anything.
Okay,
So.
Noro, up to you.
That one.
Which one?
He's pointing to the one a little bit more east and north.
Gotcha. Okay, it's going to make a dexterity saving throw, which it fails. 1. Count it 1. Radiant damage.
So sad in that damage roll. That's so sad. All right, I'm gonna back up a
I
little
mean,
bit.
at least you scratched it, you know.
At least you
I can
scratched it.
tap him a little.
Yeah, you dart up the stands, jumping over cowering and fleeing students, like trying to get like a footing as these things start turning their attentions to the students that are darting by. Faye,
Hi.
you see this erupt out, targets now appearing, starting to wriggle and slither through the stands, biting out, clawing at students. Your small little ragtag team seems to be the few in this section that have steeled themselves and stood their guard, or have not darted away to go fight with the murderous rage machine that's tearing through the city.
How far are each of these guys from me? On the
Uh,
other side?
where?
Like, this guy
You can
and this
measure.
guy.
The map is
Oh,
the map is correct.
okay, so he's 25.
He's 35.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh, trying to think who. I think this guy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna do Fairy Fire.
Okay, first level spell. Um, any attack roll. Oh, very nice. Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Let's see here. Dex save. Oh, 18. Yeah, what do you use to cast your spell? You just keep using your hands, you have an object you focus your magic through.
I think for now she uses her hands.
Yeah, you weave your hands through the magical weave. Um,
Yeah.
pulling in
She kind of just goes boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
pulling in primal magic to unleash uh what fairy fire basically illuminates a creature. Is there any
Was I not supposed to use that?
No, no, that's fine. There is like another effect. It is very good. Um, it would have been bad if it failed. Uh, however, each creature in a 20-foot cube. Is there anything else? No. Let's see here. What what's an animal that Faye would associate with light?
Fireflies.
Fireflies, perfect. As you go to cast this, weaving your hand through the magic, druidic energy rocketing out of the tips of your fingers, a bunch of fireflies fill the area and attempt to latch themselves onto the wriggly little guy that's just making eyes at you guys and is very intelligent, I promise.
As she does that, she turns to Noro and Jack and just yells. She's like, "By the way, those are fireflies." Just to kind of break the mood, you know?
Getting attacked actively. Okay. That is one of your spell slots. Please mark that down. I think. How fast are these boys? 30 feet. Sorry, Faye, you're the only one within range. And you did just try to make it magical, which it doesn't like, so it will dart after you. It is going to. What is it going to do first?
Pause. How do I mark out my spell slots?
It should be above your first level spells.
You just subtract the number from it. So
Right
if it's
here.
like 2, 1.
Oh, so it's a 6. So now I go.
Hmm?
It's a 6, so I go
Well,
down
that
to.
is spell attack bonus. Spell slots. So,
Am I stupid?
but you see your cantrips?
Yeah.
Below that. Slots.
Oh, so it's gonna be 1 out of 1 then.
One
1
out
out of 2.
1 out of 2, yes.
Okay,
Uh,
sorry.
nope, that's fine. What is your AC? It is going to try to bite you. 15, that's not bad.
15.
Oh, so rolls a 15.
Beats it.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah!
I think she's like, this doesn't happen on the farm.
Please mark that down in either your health
You
bar
said
or
5.
yeah, if you
5
click your
points.
token, there's a green bubble above your head.
You can just write -5 and it'll do the math for you.
Yeah. Because doing
Yeah,
math
I know
is
exactly what you're
lame.
talking about.
But I like math.
If you
Math
if you
is
click
good.
on your token on the map,
Shut up, you
Yes.
math
there's
major.
a green bubble.
Next characters could be all math based.
Solving logarithmic formulas to do damage.
Let's see.
Yep.
This one was attacked. I'm gonna give it an intelligence check. That's a 3.
You,
It's just going after the
it's
first thing it
basically
sees.
Ah!
Okay. Moving back to the top of initiative. The other creature no longer interested in you. Jack, you see the Cheery rush after
Yep.
Faye, starting to beat
we're
on
gonna
her.
we're gonna go ahead and help her out. Let's throw a firebolt. See what happens.
Okay. A 16 that hits. Very nice. Ooh, 6
Let's go.
damage. Let's
Fat
see.
6.
Yeah, you unleash
Fat
this
6.
firebolt. It blasts into it. Its body, seemingly comprising entirely of dust, just sort of like blasts away in this sudden like rocket of fire that explodes out of your fingertips. It's going to take 6 damage. Cool beans. Okay. Do you want to move?
I'm gonna back up probably like 1 step.
I
back.
see. Abandoning Faye. Perfect.
Thanks,
just
guys.
it's not abandonment. It's just more of repositioning.
Noro, back to
That's
you.
abandonment.
You can call it as it is.
He's 10 feet away from me, right? So is that in range of quarterstaff? I believe it is, right?
No, it's still 5 foot reach.
It's a long weapon. Bullshit. Okay.
You can swap
Alright, we're good.
between 1d6 and 1d8. It's not a reach weapon.
Okay.
Reach weapons are like 10
So-
feet tall.
Okay. So range attacks at 10 feet don't serve disadvantage penalties, yes?
Yes.
It's 5 feet when it does.
Yes. Or
Okay,
within
so we're
reach, and
gonna
this
go-
guy doesn't have reach.
We're gonna go guiding bolt.
Guy. Oh, it's
Well.
it's back.
Send him to God! Send him to God!
Send him to God.
Yeah, Noro, you watch Jack launch fire into this thing. Dust burst away. It turns its attention, looking at Jack, like snarling, and then you send a bolt of magical energy that just explodes. Its stomach just bursts out from like showering you in dust. You went from being weirdly damp all the time to suddenly being incredibly dusty and dry.
Incredibly dusty.
Surprisingly, this thing is still standing.
That was an insane roll, by the way.
That was
Yeah.
crazy good, yeah.
Do we not know this little dude's health points?
No.
We will not know
Okay.
until it dies.
Okay.
We try to keep track, like in the game.
Yeah,
You all try to keep track of it.
yeah, you guys
So,
can
like,
do that, but like
It's
not.
taken like 21 damage. It's taken essentially.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Good try.
Did you hit it with something?
Well,
Was I right?
6 plus 17.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's
That's
correct.
Yeah.
23, you're
Anyway,
right.
Faye,
Yeah,
back
that's
to
fine.
you.
This man said it's back. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. He's like, he's back. No, the Legend Orator is back. Fucking Eldritch Blast. Fucking 1/4 HP dog every time.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'll hold you. That guiding bolt has a +6. That's why this shit.
It's not even the attack roll. It's the damage.
What are we
Yeah.
standing on?
It's the pure
bleachers?
damage.
Is
Cobblestone?
it like, so it is stone?
Yeah.
Can I target the
Oh.
stone?
Is the +6 does that not apply to my damage, or is that only to my
That's just your attack roll.
That's the roll.
Yeah.
That's just roll.
hit?
To hit, yeah.
25, 24. I had
19,
6,
18.
3, 5. That's crazy. 6, 3, 5, 3. God
That is
damn.
above average, correct.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
if you want to use a spell, then yes, you can target the stone. I assume for a ground-based attack.
Yeah.
You could also, as an action, disengage, but then you might not be able to attack, but at least you'll be further away. That is just a suggestion, not a requirement.
You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm just hitting this because I want to see.
You could also cower in fear, lay down and let this thing kill you. Not necessary, but could be fun.
Accept your own death.
You could, you shouldn't, but you could.
The first day in adventuring school, I died, Dad.
Dads, I'm sorry.
How did your first D&D go? Well, I died.
How was the
I-
first day of school? I died.
I curled
Oh,
up in a
I thought
ball,
I clicked that.
cried, and it ate me.
It does have, you do have advantage on, I think, the next attack. I don't remember which. I think this is just the next attack against it.
From the fairy fire?
Yeah.
Or
Or no,
that
the
was
guiding bolt.
any attack against it.
Guiding
Whoa,
bolt.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
my
Oh,
move
what
did-
are you trading off for guiding bolt, I guess? Because you don't have that selected. But I'm not gonna.
Oh, yeah. I don't need a jump on.
Yeah, probably not. Let's see. The next attack roll has advantage.
Now we
I'm
wait.
sorry, I'm just reading all my things.
That's
I
fine.
was just looking at my.
If you
my
want to know
attack
how
roll.
anything works, I can tell you.
Uh, if I do Earth Tremor, is that going to affect any like Noro and Jack, or just that dude?
It's 10 feet range, so Nora will also get it.
Well, Nora's my
Friendly
bud.
fire.
You could move to get him out of the way.
But when I get attacked,
It's only
You
if you
can-
leave his reach.
You can go like to like here.
You can
and do
move.
it.
You can move directly around him. You can't move away from him. So this is all fine. This is not fine.
so I can pop like
Yeah,
here.
you can move over there. That's fine.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
that Nuro will be out of range, and you can use it then.
So like to here,
Mhm.
Yep.
and then use the Earth Tremor.
Yep.
Yeah, you could also just.
I'm clicking it, but it's not doing anything.
You
Yeah,
have to
it's
go.
not-
You have to go to core to click it.
So go to
Copy.
core, scroll down. There is a little section in the middle that says attacks and spell casting, and you should see that spell there that you can click on. It'll do the roll for you.
Okay, I'm clicking it there, and it's not doing anything.
I blame you.
God.
It.
Oh,
Check it out.
there.
Are you not being presented with the level menu?
No.
Move your sheet and make sure it's not just behind it.
Ah, guess what? It's behind it.
Well, there you go.
And
Figured
I
it
can
out.
only do level 1, right?
Yeah, you don't have level
Yeah.
2 spells yet. So that's your last spell.
Hold on. Did it cast it?
It
Not
should
yet.
have, unless you decide on something else.
Did you click?
Oh, I hate
accept?
this game. Hang on. Let me do it on my computer, not on my laptop.
Fat 3.
The fattest of threes.
That's not a good
No.
thing, right?
You can. I'll take the 6 if you want to take the 6. I'll take the 3 if you want to give me the 3. I'm not
Just do the 6 damage.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, I'll do
Just
that
take
one.
6.
okay. It succeeds, but it does take half. So minus
So
3.
it takes 3
It still
regardless.
ends up with 3.
It's still 3 regardless, baby. Let's see. Difficult
So it's
terrain. Cool.
26 it's taken.
I'm gonna delete this box.
Yep.
Let's see. Where is the draw tool? And I need a square. 10-foot cube. Where the hell are the lines? Why can't I see the lines anymore?
Fuck your lines.
What the
You
hell
gotta
happened?
kind of you zoom out a little bit.
Well, this isn't the finals. You can't be saying that.
You know what? I can say what I want to say.
Hold.
Not
I'm gonna
your
reload
lines.
the page. I don't know what happened to my lines. I can't see the gridding on the map. Can you guys see the grid?
If you
No.
zoom out a
you
bit.
you can if you zoom out. They disappear when you zoom in enough.
That's not cool and epic, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think it might be a since they updated a graphical thing, because I noticed that on several boards.
It's a texture thingy.
No, if I
Yeah.
reload it works fine. Weird.
Oh,
Okay.
there goes that bone chill again. Someone's chatting about Will.
So let me open up.
I'm talking shit about you right now.
Good shit. Keep at it.
Yeah,
Like
Don't
that
need
shit.
party journal.
I like that shit.
I do need little guy. Give me little guy, please.
Hey, cheery.
Why? Get the fuck out of here, Cheery. No one wants your fucking
Oh,
dumbass blue ass.
Listen, I'm not gonna hold you. If Noro could have a cheery as a pet, he would.
I believe it.
He is a mountain domain cleric. He would love to have an earth elemental as a pet. That'd be fucking sick.
10-foot.
I would ride
square.
that thing everywhere.
That's all difficult terrain now.
Buffet.
Yeah,
Like,
you.
what if you have to like go in terrain that's like in the sky?
How does that look? You stomping your foot, breaking up rocks, trying to fuck with this guy.
He gets very angry and stamps her foot on the ground. Just me.
Do you jump into a superhero land?
I think.
How do you imagine your character making?
You know,
doing?
do you know when it's snowing and you kind of just like bend down and then you like throw the snow in an arc over you? I feel like she'll kind of like punch and then do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Just
get
like,
you.
wee.
I like that you're having so much fun while getting assailed.
Yeah.
Her character is the epitome of whimsy.
Okay, Faye, that's very good. Do you want to move anymore? You are now in difficult terrain, so it will be half movement, basically.
I can move and will I be hit if I move?
He'll try to. If you move back, at
Equal
least. You can
attempts.
move around him still.
Uh,
Although he seems a bit more focused on the dude that just chunked his HP bar.
He
I
does not
think-
like me at this moment in time.
well, I already moved a little bit, right?
You
I
moved
like-
Yeah,
10
you
feet.
move.
have
You
20
move. Yeah, you move 10
have,
feet.
like,
So
10 more.
you have two more
I have 20
squares,
I have 25 left.
and it's at half, so 2 more squares.
Uh,
Pick any two squares. Pick a
where
square.
would she move?
Anywhere
I feel like-
inside of your own white square, you can move. this is the fate you've resigned yourself to.
I feel like I don't want her to go. I feel like she'd probably go this way.
It will try to make an
Is
attack
that-
of opportunity against you.
Because
I
you are
go
walking
this
away from
way?
it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
If you move
Th-
outside
way.
of 5 feet of him, he will try to make an attack of opportunity. So this square is hostile.
So if
Or
I
maybe
move
they
That,
add
this
a
square
way,
is
square.
safe.
If
That
you
square is
move
safe.
that way, yes, it will try to make an attack of opportunity.
If you
you know what?
step
I don't
outside of
care.
the
We're
white
moving.
square-
We're
Okay.
moving.
You can move and it's
That's
it's
okay.
just
I
an
I
opportunity
risk it all the time on my characters, and
Yeah, I think
now
she's
that I
gonna
have.
risk it
All right, feel
this
free
way.
to move your character wherever you wish.
Pick a
Well,
square.
Was that
Any square.
what
Okay, it's
direction?
going to try to wallop you. 16.
Smacks her upside the head.
That definitely hits.
It's only for 8 bludgeoning damage this time.
Faye's gonna die.
Anyways, where's my initiative
Well,
tracker? Here it is.
You said for 8 bludgeoning damage?
Yep.
Oh god, how much is that? I have 4 left!
well,
Yeah, level 1's rough, and I just want to remind everyone, you all have extra HP. Faye would be unconscious. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is a CR1 creature. Okay, Noro, it's your turn, baby. He's gonna move up.
No, he's gonna. Yeah, I was like, wait, it's not my turn just yet.
Nope. It's your turn for a walloping. 13?
Nope.
Of course. Okay. That's. Does he have anything? That's a bonus action, and that's an action, so no. Okay, Jack, back to you.
we're gonna go ahead and shoot him, and we miss.
Yeah,
Sadness.
that's a miss.
Jack is gonna now just put his hands to his knees and just wondering what the fuck's wrong with him. And then that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Noro, back to you.
Am I, just question for you.
Answer
Am
for
I
you.
allowed to Shield of Faith and Smack in the same turn?
If it's a bonus,
Shield of Faith is a bonus action. That's why I said
if it's a bonus action, yeah, you can cast a spell and make a weapon attack.
okay. Just making sure.
Uh,
I know sometimes it's
Is
wonky,
Shield of
like-
Faith? Hold on. I close all your sheets. Which one's that? Is that the extra AC or is that the one that makes it
Yeah,
so hard to
extra
hit you?
AC.
Okay,
Extra
yeah,
AC.
that's fine. Yeah, I don't think that goes. It's Sanctuary that it goes
Yeah,
away if
that's
you
the one that's
attack.
concentration. Yeah.
I think Shield of Faith.
Uh,
Thank you.
Ignore what I just rolled. That was
why
just
can
for
I
me.
not? Why is it not on my attacks and
What'd you write?
spellcasting?
What'd you write?
That's so stupid.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I
If
put it
it's
just
if
for
it's not
time
an
so it didn't
attack,
confuse
it's
you
you
guys.
have to go to the spell
Oh.
menu.
Oh, that's so stupid.
I know it's the sheet's really cool. It's just weirdly funky like that. Okay, so that is concentration. So I'm gonna mark you as yellow for having concentration. But you do have advantage on this next attack because of your spell. Oh wait,
Yeah.
Jack, you would have had it. Would have missed anyway. Never mind.
Yeah,
Everybody had advantage because of the guiding bolt there. Yeah, it's kind of sick. I love that move now. We're just gonna wham.
That hits. 7 bludgeoning. You. What does your spell casting look like, William?
Now we're at 33 damage.
There's kind of like it's kind of like the dust that was on my body.
Mm-hmm.
It slowly comes off. It starts revolving around my character because he is a mountain domain cleric, so he also controls the earth,
Mm.
and that is what becomes my shield.
Hot.
Yeah, it's kind of sick.
Let's see. All right, you bap him.
Wham.
Take some damage, and Faye, back to you. He seems less constant.
I have smacked this thing for as much as I fucking can. Please.
He's done far more than your other two teammates.
I have smacked this thing as much as I fucking can.
I did a little bit. That's
Yeah,
all I
that
got.
is true. Although Faye is out competing you, but we're not going to mention that. We're not going to mention that. Anyways, it's Faye.
Yeah,
Faye, it's your turn.
This is why we're on my. This is why Jack's like, what the fuck?
I can't change all of my prepared spells, yeah?
No. Well, it's the first combat. I'll if you haven't picked them, you can pick them now.
I was going to heal you, but I kind of needed the fucking AC if I'm going to take this thing.
I can't do that one anyway because I don't have any more spell slots.
Nope.
You have cantrips you can use. That's about it right now.
Yeah, cantrips are free.
Free. Yeah.
You always have those prepared. You don't need to prepare them.
Okay, I'm just switching one of my.
I tried to do
You
that.
always have your cantrip prepared. You don't have to prepare.
Oh,
my
all
very
of them
first.
are.
Yeah.
Wait. So all of my cantrips are prepared? It's
You-
5 spells? I only picked 4. Hang on, I'm stupid.
So any cantrip you can just play whenever you want. It costs you nothing. You just use it.
I'm so stupid. I did
You don't
not
even
know
have to
that.
prepare cantrips. You just have them.
You
Yeah.
could kind of think of them as just instantaneous free moves. Always.
Like you can think of a cantrip as a weapon attack. You can always do it.
Yep.
How close do I have to be for this? Hang on.
What was that?
I
Spell.
don't want to pull you closer to me. Leave me alone. Oh, I didn't mean to click that.
Click what? I didn't see anything.
Thank you.
I saw the message.
Banned.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not good at this.
Oh, wait,
You're
I have
fine. Take
I
your
now
time.
have an my AC right now is stupid.
Jack
For a
didn't
level
have
1.
spells.
Yo,
What's-
God, I'm not gonna hold you. My AC is kind of stupid at level 1 right now.
What's your AC? 18.
Yeah,
Honestly, I think she'd just move.
18 at level 1.
That's
kinda
fine.
Crazy.
And she's got
All right,
35,
Will's the new tank.
right? No, it's half.
I
'cause
am
I'm
the
still
tank.
in-
It's
this
halved
point.
within the square.
Okay.
So moving to the edge is 10
Do you
feet.
have like
and
no
then
like do you have like no direct damage spells that you can use?
No.
No, she does.
I do, but the only one I have would pull him closer.
You
to
can
me.
move and then use a spell. So you can
Yes.
move away, and he only moves 10 feet if you hit him.
Okay. So it'd be 10
This
feet
is
to get out?
this is 10
So
feet here, and then
every
everything out
5
here.
feet is 10, and then after you're outside the square, it's
Yeah.
now
So
5
after
feet.
you get to here, you have
Out, I
25.
have 25.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can move to here.
Well,
or
what is
now.
your which movement you get every turn?
15,
30
20,
feet.
25, 30.
What?
25.
How much movement do you have per turn?
35.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you right now you have 25 left after you do that.
Okay, cool. I promise I'm not this stupid normally.
What?
You're using your brain a lot right now. You're thinking about
know.
every single thing.
Yeah, okay. I'm stressed. I don't want you guys to think I'm stupid. I think this was 25.
I think you can move one.
Trust
further.
me,
You can move one further.
no one is going to think you're stupid, considering the last D&D party we were in. No, you can't. You actually can't make me think anything else of anyone.
Oh, I clicked it in the wrong
I can
spot.
always
Yeah,
think. I can
because-
always think less of people.
No, my party's never been more dysfunctional in my goddamn life.
Let's.
Oh, I didn't mean
Are
to
you,
hit it
are you
twice.
talking about before I joined? Or
I
after?
will take the first
Both.
attack. That pulls it 10 feet closer, correct?
Yeah.
To
Okay.
the opposite side of me.
So 20 will hit. That is for 5 piercing. It gets pulled 10 feet. Noro, can you make a dex save?
Dex, sure thing, buddy. Or
That is a unfortunate failure.
I get pushed to the side. Poof. Oh.
You get pushed to the side and knocked prone as the body is pulled into you.
Oh,
yeah.
she ran behind me. Oh, yeah, that extends.
Yeah. So, Faye,
Okay.
what does this one look
I'm
like, Faye?
sorry. Like, what is the thorn whip
Hey,
look
you did
like?
damage. You're still outpacing Jack. Yeah.
Uh,
How did you look like when you? How do you imagine your character doing this? Pulling
I
that
think
gun.
it kind of looks like a lasso that just kind of like comes out of
Okay.
her hand, and she kind of just like lassos it over this dude
Holy titamoly.
and
Sorry.
pulls it closer.
What the fuck?
My friend is just got the number of this girl with the fucking shelf of a rack. Sorry, sorry to be crude, but it's
an active shelf.
They're like she's wearing a shirt and they're falling out, and I don't think the shirt is undersized.
Wow.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt like that. He was like, oh, they're big. I'm like, okay, dude. And then I got a picture.
And he was like, "Holy zongas!"
He said "tittamoly." That got me.
Holy
absolutely
titamoly.
Like you broke God for a second there. Just holy Jesus!
All right, Faye's keeping up with damage. Let's see.
Faye has just knocked her teammate prone and did damage. She has both done good things
Yay.
and bad all at the same time.
This
She just goes,
guy.
she yells out as she does it. She's like, sorry, Noro. I have more cheese when we're done.
Just fizzle bottom.
All right, this one is going to burrow, and
Excuse me?
yeah, they burrow. Come on, everyone knows that.
They're giant worms.
Yeah,
And
you
he's
should
going to.
understand what-
Okay, can my mouse work? Thank
No.
you. He's
You're
gonna
not
start
allowed to.
moving over this way. Okay. And yeah, exactly.
Here.
You can't see a burrowing creature. They're underground. This
Oh,
one.
I thought he popped up.
Nope. That was the other one. He disengaged from that group because they're being assailed by this guy. And he's coming in to help because he's just such a friendly guy. Plus, it's the 4th round of combat. Need to add some
So
spice here.
nice.
Nora, you're on the
So
ground, and he has advantage against you, and I think this is gone. So he's going to wallop you with advantage. That's a net 20.
Oh,
That's wild.
Oh, that's only 8. It's not that bad.
Wait, what? Is it actually? I thought it was 7.
He crit.
Oh, you get more damage on crits?
Yes.
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 I didn't know that it actually went up like awful gang.
That happened literally in our last session.
Brother, I would just one tap shit if I crit it. I didn't know.
I did. I'm pretty sure I one typed the creature doing crit. Yeah.
You
I
one tapped
just
all
blow
those.
whatever the fuck.
You one tapped all those miners, killing them instantly.
I don't know what kind of war crimes you're talking about.
Of course you don't.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm just doing these so I can look at them. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Let's see. That's his turn. Jack, back to you. This is your opportunity. Your one shot.
My one shot.
You
Just in case, I'm
fucking
gonna
do
like
something.
back away one, and then
Good
let's
idea.
go ahead-
Pussy!
Do this one more time.
Uh,
Let's try it.
Noro
Let's
is
see
still on the ground. Oh, also Noro, can you make a concentration save? Con save.
Yeah.
That's passes. All right. So let's see it, Jack.
You're actually just gonna hear Noro pussy.
Oh, finally.
Finally,
Something's done.
a good solid blast from Jack. Finally striking true instead of just whiffing. And Noro, it's back to you, pal.
Faith just goes, "I'm so proud of you, Jack."
Okay.
Like,
She's just so
focus on the
prepared.
worm. not on me.
Can we tell if this creature in front of us is damaged or not? Like
Oh,
seriously?
it is bloodied. It's starting to fall apart. Its dust is rolling off of itself. There's holes in it. Just
Like
straight.
last legs or just like it got some fights.
It probably can take 2 hits.
Noro, get the bomb barrels right now.
Get the I don't have any, brother. It's level 1.
Fuck.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up, obviously.
Good idea. Might be good.
I don't know how to do that.
It's the little dot in the corner. I got you.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Wait, this stop? Oh, I see.
I forget. Is it?
Woo, 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 woo.
I want to see something really quick.
What is it? Alt maybe? I forget how
what?
to do. There's a way you can rotate your token with
Hotkeys.
hotkeys. Thank you. That's the word.
All right, fuck it. We just go for
If
the
you do
bonk,
alt, that
I
just shifts it
guess.
a little bit.
We just go for the bonk here.
That is unfortunately a
Monk.
miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monk.
If we leave, we'd probably die. So we're just gonna stand next to him.
That's okay. Jack just pissed it off. Faye, back to you, pal.
Woo.
You hear a call over your shoulder from students to your northeast, basically calling out that one is coming your way. Watch out.
I have such a hard time because I don't think I have the squares anymore, so I can't see where I'm moving.
That happens sometimes. Good luck.
Should I
You
should I
can,
just
I don't have any of the squares. I'm just kind of like going off of memory.
if you click your token, you can right click it. You like click and hold and then right click and then you can see like an arrow of how far things are. If you want to move, if that's like for movement.
choose here? I just want her to move.
Hmm.
Here.
Okay.
How close do I have to be for a thorn whip?
30 feet.
She just have range. Okay.
If you want to rescind some of your movement to be within range,
You for reference,
it's not Baldur's
you
Gate
are
rules.
pulling,
You can just back up.
you are pulling it closer to your teammate.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking of.
But at least it's pulling it off of you because you just got schmacked. So 50-50.
Okay, hang on.
Oh wait, would I get an opportunity attack then if it's getting yanked away from
It
me?
is forced movement, so no.
Yay.
Yeah, sorry.
So that was. I don't remember how much that was. Oops.
You were here.
15. No, was I?
Yeah. It's the
Oh
same
yeah,
distance.
15.
Yeah, it's weird. Don't. Yeah.
Squares, don't worry about it.
Diagonals look weird.
This and this are the
Oh,
exact
I
same
clicked the wrong
measurement.
one. Hold on.
This is technically an equilateral triangle, and I will not elaborate further.
Ignore mold earth.
Okay.
We're gonna pull him.
You're gonna
towards us.
try, because that's unfortunately a miss.
Yeah.
Quiff.
Whiff.
10,
Okay.
10. I have 10 more movement.
Yes. Or actually you have
Yes.
20.
That.
25.
And she's just gonna keep going around Jack.
You will stop
Right.
here.
Okay.
And is that it?
That's it.
Okay. The funny guy who's doing funny things. Let's see. Jack, what kind of save is it? Dexterity saving throw, please.
I see
alright.
none of what that says, by the way. I just didn't know.
Well, shit.
Well, happens to the best of us. You are knocked back as I forgot to change him to the right layer. There we go. Funny man.
Why is this funny man here? I was trying to deal with the other funny man.
He explodes out of the ground. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Ew. You are pushed back and knocked prone. You failed your thing. Okay. That is yeah, that's all it'll do.
Do you need to put him back into initiative?
He should be.
He's not.
He's not. Oh, there you go. It just
Oh,
updated.
wrong way. There we go. This guy just was attacked by Jack, so I think something really funny is gonna happen. Noro, you can take an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Just do really
Do
well.
it.
24
my
hits. Or 21 hits, my bad. But a 4. He is barely holding on by a thread. And okay, Jack, this is against you at advantage. 21
No, that definitely is.
for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Oh my
let's take
god,
away
they're
8.
rolling real well.
Let me get that out of here. -8. There.
Perfect.
I'm 5 HP.
I mean,
We're
what?
all limping right now. The doo-doo, doo-doo,
Oh yeah,
doo-doo.
this guy should be heavily reduced on HP, considering he was fighting. Jack, back to you.
Oh my god. Well, first I have to stand up.
Good idea. Might be good.
That's the first thing.
Get up and shank
Um,
one of them.
It's
So I have
This is the
two,
more heavily
though.
damaged one. This guy
This
is
one.
also
Right.
pretty beat up. You should actually
Right.
probably be at less health than that.
Shank his ass. Shank his ass.
Might as well go. We might as well try to finish the weaker one left. So, fuck it. We ball. We ball.
15 hits.
He is also directly.
Oh
in
my
front
god,
of me.
7 damage. You have to be kidding me.
Is it enough or no? Is it
No.
just literally? Test
I'm
it,
guessing that from that I'm
It's-
guessing that he's like 1 health.
He's like 1. Yeah, he's like 1.
Yeah, he's exactly
Son
at
of
1.
fucking
I'm not
bitch.
gonna hold you, Mario. We don't use ranged spells directly in front of us.
Oh, 100%. But I might as well see if I could kill him at least, so that way I'm only gonna take 1 hit instead of
Why-
taking.
He hasn't
why
even
not-
he
why
hasn't
not?
even used his other cantrip yet. But Noro, you might be able to come in here with the steel chair. This is the 5th round of combat, only this one and the next one, and you guys will
Steel chair.
steel chair. Steel chair. Let's see.
Steel chair.
Against this guy, right?
He say
Doesn't even
son
matter.
of a
You take no damage, right?
he takes no
Doesn't matter.
damage.
So fucking stupid.
Faye, please kill him. Faye,
Faye,
please,
Hit him with the whip.
please kill him.
Hit him with the whip.
Faye, it's all
Hit
up to
him,
you.
Please, smack
Hit him with the whip.
please. This
Can
left
I-
one right here, just knock his shit out, please. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna seriously die from both of them. If they
Hit him with
both
the
are
whip.
alive in next round, please,
Hit him with the whip.
please.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
she's
it,
moving
right?
in.
Moving
wait,
forward
hold
for
up.
the whip. What's going on here?
Wait, okay, all right.
That was in private. I'll give
Was
you
it? Oh, I didn't even mean to.
Yep, do it
Hang
in
on.
public, por favor.
I don't even realize I
If
did
that's a
that.
hit in private, we'll take it.
No!
So that's a miss.
He said hit him with the whip, Faith. Hit him with the whip.
I know.
I'm
I was
imagining
like,
her literally rushing up, and then she goes to try to
Fuck
whip.
it.
And
Just,
like, I got
no,
this
just
guy.
stripped. Just fucking
you hit my
stripped.
friend! She tripped over the
oh
plate.
no, they're gonna hit me now. No.
him.
No,
the
well,
fucking
Mario,
combo
think about
goes.
this. Faye moved in to be another target. She's not at low health or anything.
I
Yeah,
have-
she's totally not, you know.
Yeah, I'm
Trips
definitely-
over her own fucking feet.
Anyway, Mario, this is against you. Oh my god, these
Oh
guys
my
don't
God.
miss.
Bro, what the fuck? It better be.
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
Alright, I'm down.
Mario's
GG's.
unconscious. He's not dead,
GG's.
thankfully. And That's his turn. He's going to turn his attention and move towards Noro. Let's see here. Last guy. Let's see if this is a down and out for Faye. So that hits.
Jesus Christ!
So he can't roll below 4 damage. So I think Faye is also unconscious.
Yeah.
That happens. All right.
Christ. Okay.
Okay. Jack, can I see a death saving throw? First day of school's going real well.
It's going real fucking well.
Preferably in private. Let's add some stakes. All death saves are in private.
I don't even change that on this new screen.
It should be at the top.
On your
Yeah,
character
probably to
sheet,
GM.
you just hit.
Oh, it's the GM. Okay.
Yeah. Waiting on Jack.
How do you do a death save?
When it gets your turn. Jack? Hello? Mario?
He's dead.
Aren't I unconscious?
Yeah. May I see a death saving throw?
Oh, right. Let me.
To GM, por favor. At the top of
to
your.
GM?
Yeah, at the top of your. I'm gonna not count that
Yeah,
unless it's
I'm gonna
worse.
do that, and then we're gonna go ahead and do this again.
You got this. This is all much better. Look at that.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, you're fine. Noro, back to you, pal.
Okay.
So you're kind of in a sticky situation.
Yeah, this is the one that's hurt the most. Yeah.
This is the one. The
Which
far
one?
one.
This one, right?
Yeah, for whatever reason my mouse is acting up.
Okay. So we can move around this guy, right?
Yes.
Technically, and to get to here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can get to this guy. We're gonna fucking.
Oh, you have advantage technically.
I do have advantage. Let's fucking go.
Your teammates are flanking.
I'm like down.
13 hits.
Oh,
It's
man.
down.
It's finally dead.
Womp.
It's finally dead.
Womp.
Anyways.
You know, it only took 2 teammates go down for him to actually go down, you know?
Okay, fake. I see a death save in private, por favor.
How?
So on your character sheet, make sure at the top right it says to GM, not
Yeah.
public. And then, do you remember where your armor class is?
Yes.
Go about 2 down. So down to hit dice. 1 to
Oh,
the
was it
right
the one that
is
says death save failures?
Mhm.
Yes. Click
Okay.
on that name specifically, and it'll roll
Okay.
correctly too.
It's that, and this guy is up. Noro, this is your time to shine. Don't get hit. You still, what's your AC? 18?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to try to hit you, and it will miss.
Hey.
This guy is dead. We can remove him from initiative. Jack Uno Mas.
All right, you got it.
Okay.
Oh,
Noro,
what?
back to you. Combat's moving real fast. This is the last round of
Now
combat. All you have to do is not go down, and it's a complete victory.
Thwomp. Pop.
19, that
First shot
hits.
hit.
-4. Okay. Faye, may I see another?
Noro the tank, baby.
Okay. That's
I
fine.
don't like when you laugh at me like that.
No, that's fine. This guy, he missed because I fucked up the initiative, but it's fine. And back to you. Further distant in the city, the sounds of fighting start moving away faster and faster as the kami that had initiated this entire kerfuffle is being dealt with. Students now being able to break off of the main fight come back to your aid. You see spells of much higher caliber swoop in and immediately annihilate these things, blasting them into nothing but piles of dust. A cleric will dive down, seeing 2 down students, casting a spell on both of you. Let's just roll a funny. Both of you get 7 hit points. You're back up to 7. You're both conscious and not dead. Congratulations. Students looks at both of you. Oh, thank God. Newbies aren't dead. Clear out of here. Go find shelter. We're still dealing with it. We don't know what it is yet.
Noro's just
Faith.
hanging with his staff on the ground like a freaking walking stick, like, yeah,
Yeah, you're just coughing. You just cough up dust.
fucking dust comes in his mouth.
Like a mouthful of cinnamon. It's just.
Yeah, like a fucking cinnamon challenge. Yeah, shelter, good idea.
Other students
So-
move in to destroy the other kami spawn, and you guys have completed the first fight, and you guys didn't lose. Congratulations.
Faith just looks at both of them and is like, nobody tell my dads about this, okay?
Next time I'm gonna be like, you bribed me with cheese and meat.
It's very gritty now. It's like 9. It's like
It's very thin.
yeah, it's like
These- that's-
60 grit sandpaper cheese.
It's definitely still better than what he's eating.
That's fair.
She just like slyly slides it over as she says it. Don't tell my dads. Here, have some cheese.
Noro slightly wipes it, like tries to wipe the grit off of it, and it doesn't move.
This is fine. This is fine.
It's so good.
He's like, "Fuck it, nibbles."
Yeah, you guys will watch the other freshmen basically run out the way they came in. The stadium is largely cleared out. There's a few stragglers who are like kind of just taking in like the fucking moment of having been attacked.
Gonna sit on one of the benches and just look out like that just fucking happened.
Yeah.
I'm feeling my headache from this morning just get even bigger now, and I'm just
You're
like,
still
"Jesus."
hungover.
Still hungover.
Faith just
Christ,
under her breath
what?
goes, now I know what my dad or my mom feels like. For record, her mom's dead.
That's crazy.
You didn't die. You just almost died.
You just
You were
went.
unconscious.
You just.
So
you
I
just
guess
got
she knows
knocked
how her
off.
dad feels.
Yeah, if he was unconscious ever, yeah.
Yeah, you probably haven't had a giant sand monster beat your head in before, so first time for everything.
Yeah.
But with the fight concluded, that is where we're going to stop for today. Thank you all very much for joining me. I'm so glad we got this going finally. I hope you all had fun. The party journal. Don't
I won't lie,
forget.
I've been taking notes.
I won't lie to you. The Nat 1 swing was the best thing about this.
That one swing.
You hurt my friend. Fuck.
This
Whips entirely.
giant ass target still hits to the left.
I don't want to hear shit, Mr. Firebolt.
Hey, listen, I got like
You got
Also,
you got fucking Ator aim, bro.
I
Like,
just wanted to say this when Jack picked what was it, frostbite or whatever. They're vulnerable to cold damage. You didn't
Oh,
use it
well.
once.
Yeah,
I
figured
figured you would swap back and forth. You were just like, nah, bro, Firebolt only.
honestly, I was just kind of letting it go and just letting it be, see how it goes. So
That's fair.
Like I'm saying MVP guiding bolt. That's all I'm saying.
Oh
Guiding
god,
Bolt was
that
MVP.
yeah,
100%,
that absolutely
110%.
annihilated their health bar. Okay, I'm gonna stop streaming. Good night to
Should be-
myself.